Soren Black.
Hello, 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 hello. Oh my god, fishing right away. You were so ready. Thank you so much for the 7th month, Chihuahua. Holy shit, let's go. How are you? How are you? I am you are Pro Fisher. Pro Fisher getting some oysters. Delicious. Hi, Danny. Hello, hello. I really like this whole starting an hour later thing because I woke up, at like the normal time I would for like a normal stream, time, so like an hour ago. I woke up at 3:30 my time, and it's 5:07 right now, and I got up and I got to scroll on my phone. I got to have a shower. I got to chill, and I'm awake. I'm not like a starting stream and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die. I don't want to sleep. Well, I could do this on a normal day. I would like to stream earlier on like days that I work, but I'm so glad I don't have to work for like a weekend or something. Oh my god, we're gonna live in this bliss. I never thought that I could just give myself an extra hour of sleep. Sometimes we just get in our own way. Hope I can get an anglerfish. Hello, Teo, get your anglerfish. I don't know if there is an anglerfish I have to, like, add one. Sleep is good. Sleep is fantastic. Oh my god, you got a little clownfish because you're a clown. I'm joking. Hi. Hi, Teo. How are you doing today? You actually got a fish. Let's go. Let's go. A fish and I am a clown. Yes. It's a cloud of fate. Oh my god. So yesterday was my first full, well, not full, but like I didn't have to go to work last night, which was fantastic. Felix, don't bite me, buddy. No bites. And when I was leaving work yesterday morning, my coworkers were like, "Oh, it's gonna be so bad without you." And I'm like, hell yeah, it is. Load-bearing employee leaving for like a week and a half. Farewell. Feels so good. Feels so good. And now I'm here living my best life. I went to a record store yesterday, and to no one's surprise, I found no records that I wanted to buy, but it's kind of neat. And then I made a great supper. Oh my god. I made some fucking chicken shawarma. My god, that shit was so good. That shit was delicious. And I made strata in the morning. I had a yummy breakfast. I'm cooking. And Felix is rubbing his face into my thigh and nibbling on my fingers. Hi. Hello, little man. But also yesterday, I put my phone in my bag, and I did not use my phone for like 6 hours. I didn't use technology for like 6 hours. So I like went to a record store. I cleaned my apartment. I went and bought some stuff for food, and then I just hung out without like being on my computer or my phone, and I just played records and hung out on my balcony and looked at my my plants as they were growing, and it was quite peaceful and blissful. Did you use a vacuum cleaner? No, I used a broom. No, I used a broom, idiot. Like any regular Felix, please don't go on my tower, little man. You can't sit right there. You want to come on the desk? No tech is still true. Exactly. Well, actually, okay, so technically tech is untrue because I did go, if you used a vacuum cleaner, you would be disqualified. I paid with card at the store, so I technically engaged with technology, but I don't have cash. But that was it. That was it! But it was really nice. It feels like brain reset. Brain feels not like running in like 800 directions when you are like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna go scroll on Blue Sky. Or there isn't like someone DMing you. Or there isn't like something happening in a server. You're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here. There's like 3 giant ass crows. And they're not ravens, because they make sounds, and crows don't. Ravens don't do that. Ravens go. And I had to look that up, but that was before. That wasn't yesterday. That was like 2 days ago. And I was just. They would fly away, and they were fucking huge. And then they would come back to the trees near my apartment, and then they would just harass each other or other birds. And I'm just like, what do these crows have to be upset about at like 6 o'clock at night? Like, they're fucking crows, and they're just like. And then obviously I'm out on my balcony also making crow noises at the crows, and whistling at other birds. And that's why people keep me around, because I'm just a parrot pretending to be a cat girl. One day the mask will come off, and I'll be a parrot PNG tuber, but that day is not today. Hello, sir. Hello, Meow Meows. Mr. Meow Meows. Fish. Oh! Chihuahua said no fishing for Angie. I can't believe Angie broke the rule. Angie, how could you? Hello, Angie. Hello. Yeah, but now Ace Attorney. I may have lied. Oh no. Well, I mean, Angie didn't catch a fish, so is it lying if Angie didn't catch a fish? I think it would only be lying if Angie caught a fish. No fishing for Angie, but Angie got a sword. The pond giveth a broken sword. No, Chihuahua was saying that because I didn't have the Oh, yeah! Oh! The YouTube void. Oh, I don't have that open. Oh, shit! Oh, hello, is a Chronicle. Why won't Twitch let me use the chat? What the fuck? I want to fish. Oh, that's okay. Sorry, I had the fucking Twitch manager open. Oh, I'm so fucking stupid. Oh my god. Wow, I'm stupid. Okay, yeah, it happened to me yesterday. I was in like a streamer's chat, and there was a streamer that I regularly watch, and he was like doing his, oh, it's been like X amount of years since I've been a partner or whatever, and I was trying to be like, happy anniversary, and the chat box was just gone. And then I was at Reach's stream as well, just lurking, and I could not chat in her stream either. And I'm like, where the fuck did my chat box go? That shit is wild. And I was just like, huh? I kept refreshing it. Like, did I get banned somehow? Like, did they ban me? Did I say something and I'm banned now? But I'm like, no, Reach would never ban me. I was talking to Reach earlier that day. I'm not banned in Reach's stream. Alright, so last stream died because my internet went out. But we're gonna stream today, and we're going to play Ace Attorney. We are on case 5 of Apollo Justice, no, Spirit of Justice, not Apollo Justice. And yeah, we're on the day 2. We've solved the first murder section, so now we're on the second section, of which is a mystery. I know it just has another day. It only has one more day. I was informed that this case was as long or just almost as long as Rise from the Ashes. And I was like, I need to go see how much more is left. And I'm about halfway done. Which is fantastic. And I'm going to mute the Chocobo theme because this is about to scream at me. How's everybody doing though on this day? Of days. Today is Friday, and I thought it was Saturday. It's last time we played 2, it was May 7th. It was the day of the game, and I screamed. I was so happy. I was like, that's today! May 17th, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. What do you mean Miss Faye is still being held hostage? And who's this mastermind? Politician Wimperson was nothing more than a puppet. His benefactor was the one pulling the strings. Doing good, enjoying the last few weeks before work madness starts. I bet. But I bet it's also kind of nice to like be like, oh yeah, I have a job again. I'm gonna have income again, you know? I hate the trade-off that we have to do where it's like, oh, I really enjoy just not working, and then you like go back to work and you're like, oh yes, structure in my life and income, but I hate it. Work was busy, but been playing a ton of Monster Hunter Tribe with my cousin. Hell yeah, let's go. Work might be busy, but the monster hunting can't take a break, and that makes it worth it, hopefully. But I have no idea who they are, especially the structure. Yeah, I was talking with some people in a webcomic Discord, and they were talking about wanting to get work from home jobs. And I'm like, yeah, work from home job sounds fantastic. But also I kind of like that my job makes me like leave my apartment and like walk around. Because a work from home job, I'd just be sitting in the same spot I'm sitting now. And were you working from home? And then I would probably be like, well, I'm done work, time to draw. And then I would just never get up. And then my heart would probably explode. But yeah, sometimes it's nice, you know, like, there are some positives. It's just mostly negative, you know, a lot of times with the job. But I mean, maybe your job will be wonderful and great. I just feel like the average person is like, I hate this. Or maybe like the average person that I hang out with. I'd love to be somebody who loves their job and it's just like, yeah, I love my job. I love the people I work with. But I'm like, I hate my job. As someone who has worked several work from home jobs, it's great until you do it. Is it? Aw. So all we know is that the person he was trying to give the orb to. Right. He was just following orders. Whoever it is, it seems they really want to get their hands on the orb. Ponder the orb. So then Miss Faye's abduction is the work of the so-called benefactor too. Right again. Whoever they are, they're in Quran. Along with Maya. I wonder who they could be. Right, this Maya, the spirit medium you've been talking about. She wouldn't happen to be that bun-haired young lady you defended back in Quran. That's her. Why do you ask? I need to get this orb. Me too. Give me the spiritual wonder power, please. Because your work-life balance gets so fucked. Yeah, I bet. You always feel like... I feel like unless you have, like, space to have, like, a separate office or something. Especially if you're, like, you know, like a gamer or you're like, I really love the internet, you know? or just the fact that your work is always home with you. I think that like... Because for me, like, if I think about working from home, it's like... My desk here would be my work desk, and then my art desk, and then my, like, I'm enjoying my time desk, and it feels like that's too many things at one desk. So it'd be like, I would need, like, a corner with a laptop or something. Right, Felix? You get me. But also just, like, it would always be there, like, oh, I could punch into work right now, you know? Or I'm always here. There is no boundary between me and my work. I feel like there's, like, it's great, but also not great at this. I just like everything else, right? It's never 100% fantastic. It just seems nice, because I don't have to leave. Nuggies! Wet nuggies! That's her. Why do you ask? I see. I think I know what's going on here. I've got good news for you, right? Maya's somewhere safe, that much I'm sure. I'm afraid you've lost me. So that's who the little snot's patron is. It's all starting to make sense. The fool has no idea I'm here in the States with you all. Dirk, you mind filling us in? No caller ID. I wonder who's calling. Beep. Hello? Mr. Phoenix, right? Yes. Let me start by thanking you for taking such good care of my subordinate. Felix, are you the subordinate? He keeps meowing at me. He's like, oh, what's up? You don't get to eat for another few hours. Also, speaking of eating, okay. So Chi for years we've been like, hey buddy, you want some wet food? And then like we crack open the can. This cat is so excited. He's like crying. He's like, oh, around your legs. He's like, give it to me. And then you put it down on the ground and he just stares at it and he's like, I don't want that. I want wet food, but not that one. And I don't know which one he wants. But yesterday, when we went out shopping, we got these little gems. That's what they're called. I don't remember. I think they're Fancy Feast gems. And they're like upside down pyramids that you just kind of like, you peel it off, you like squeeze the container and the little pyramid drops out or whatever. They're expensive. But I was like, maybe she'll like it. And if not, we'll never buy these again. So we give them to both of the cats. They're both very excited. She kind of looks like he's interested in it. But then he walks away. And then Felix is just like, oh, there's more for me. And then he knocks some of it onto the floor and leaves. Because Felix is like, I'm a little guy and I'm full. And then she fucking starts eating it off the floor. And then goes, actually, I really like this. And then he's like, he licked those bowls clean. So now I gotta get more. Because now he's like, he's tasted the blood of wet food again. So now maybe he'll eat it. Who is this? I believe you know me as Mr. Attition's benefactor. Ah! Sounds like they're using a voice changer or something to disguise themselves. Where's Maya? Is she safe? I had my ears on today's proceedings. What a shock it was to hear that the key to solving the orb's riddle is a spirit medium. I admit, I did not see that coming. Wait, did they plant a listening device in here somehow? Nevertheless, don't think for a minute that it will guarantee Maya Fey's safety. She is not the only medium within my reach, you see. You harm a hair on Maya's head, and you'll have to answer to me. Right, give it here for a second. Wait. Hey there, how's it going, stranger? Who is this? Why, it's your friendly neighborhood dragon. I just happened to be in the US on a little trip. Minister of Justice, Inga Karkul Kuran. Oh, Inga! I forgot what his name was. What? Maya's kidnapper. Of course it would be that guy. It's Kuran's Minister of Justice. Of course it's that guy. He's so evil. Dirk, is that you dirty turncoat? What in the blazes is going on here? Oh, you know, just popped over to the States for a little R&R. But enough about me, Inga. That was a poor excuse for a bluff you just pulled. We both know your threats are as empty as your head. You can't lay a hand on Maya Fey, and I do mean that literally. Ugh. What is he talking about? You can kiss your chance of getting the orb goodbye. Maya Fey ain't my only, how shall I say, insurance, you know, Dirk. What? I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now, that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do, right? Ooh. Glad you're seeing things my way. Meet me at Amara's tomb tomorrow, 3 p.m. sharp. And you better come alone, got it? If all goes well, the orb is all you'll need to get Maya Fey back. Dirk, what's going on? You heard him. I have to get back to Kuran at once. What? Why? No time to explain. But are you even going to make it? What if there are no seats left on the next flight? Time zones, bro. Time zones. What time is it in... This is like, what? What time is it in... It's... Oh my god, dude. You're not gonna make it. Time zones are gonna fuck you over. That ain't happening. That ain't a big mama pickle. Plus, you're a wanted man. They're not going to just let you on a plane. Let me worry about that, Mr. Justice. Oh, it's Edgeworth. Wow, look at him. He always has to show up in the last case of these games, doesn't he? Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. What are you doing here? Taking care of the hostage situation. Oh, I like that I gave all three of these just my regular talking voice, so I just get to speak like a normal person for the next 5 minutes. Oh, now that you mention it, Pearl did say that she saw you around in Khura'in Village. I had him look into a few things while I was on my way back from Kuran. I like that he just makes Edgeworth his little secretary. Like, oh, I have like 5 things I need you to look into. Can you just do that, High Prosecutor? Including Maya's situation, of course. I was astonished to hear that she was still in Kuran earlier, but it explained why I found no connection between her and Mr. Atishan. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm going back to the plane situation. I've taken the liberty of charting one for us. It's ready to take off at any time, and I will do what's necessary to hide the fact that Dirk Sadmahi is on board. Wow, must be nice being Chief Prosecutor. Right, we have no time to lose. We must head for Kuran at once. Right. I'm going to. After all, you're bound to need my help. No fear, I want to go too. This isn't a vacation, Trucy. Besides, I'll need you to hold down the fort. But Daddy! Yes, I should also only bring what's necessary. Sorry, Trucy. But would you mind holding on to this stuff for me? Here's all my old evidence I don't need. Unnecessary evidence foisted onto Trucy. Fine, but you better bring me back something besides just more evidence. Excellent. Now, let us make haste to Kuran. And that's how our sudden trip to the kingdom of Kuran began. I never imagined I'd return to the country of my youth under such circumstances, though. We're soaring, flying. Oh boy. I'm sad to be back here. May 18th. Temple. That was a long flight. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon. Talk about cutting it close. The Kingdom of Kuran. This is no time to reminisce, but I've gotta say, this place sure brings back memories. Hurry up, Apollo. Oh, right behind you. Amara's tomb is located in the courtyard of Garam Palace. We should have just enough time to get there. Then let's sprint there. Think you can keep up with me, Apollo? Sure, no sweat. I'll contact the royal family and the local police and inform them of our arrival. Thanks, Edgeworth. Alright, just pop Athena up there like she's supposed to say something. The royal residence. I thought he was supposed to go by himself. He's already like, oh my god, that thing's fancy as hell. Is that the tomb? I guess we could hang out over here. Garam Palace Royal Residence. There's a frog! Guys, there's a frog. There's a frog on the floor. There's a frog on the floor. What's he doing there? He's just hanging out. How was it made for all the running and climbing and near drowning I've done this week? It's 2:45, only 15 minutes left. See that cylindrical building rising in the distance? That's Amara's tomb. Who the fuck is Amara? Amara. Wasn't that the previous queen? Okay, that's okay. The one who was assassinated? Yes, and I'm the one they pinned it on. It'll take a few minutes to get to the tomb from here. So you have returned. Barbed Head. Ah. I've seen her before on the news. If I remember correctly, this is the Crown Princess Raifa Padma Kuran. What are you people doing here? This is the royal residence. Commoners are not allowed entry without permission. A prosecutor from the States should have already called and requested permission for us to enter. As to why we're here, Your Benevolence, have you seen Minister Inga? If you seek my father, I just saw him heading towards Amara's tomb. Was he with anyone, you know? Like some shady-looking underlings or something? No, he was alone. Why do you ask? Looks like she has no idea about Miss Faye's abduction. You hear that? I think we have company. Stomp, 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 stomp. Bow down before her glory. Her Eminence Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Kuran, approaches! Huh? Garan. Ah, it's Queen Garan. Guards. Surround Amara's tomb at once. Yes, Your Eminence. Okay. What's she doing? Is she going to help us? Excuse me, Your Eminence. So, our barbed head lawyer returns. May we presume you are here for Maya Fey, the spirit medium, who has been abducted? Yes, you may. Allow us to apologize for the criminal actions of our husband. Oh, no need to apologize for him. Honestly, Inga, abducting a guest in our country, how could you? Father, abducted someone? Your Eminence, what about those soldiers over there? They are the Garan Royal Guard, soldiers who serve the crown and no other. Royal Guard? You know, like Dante got. Royal Guard. Gosh. Apollo. My gosh. They are an elite force selected from only the most loyal and outstanding of our subjects. And why have you ordered them to surround the tomb? The police will not come if it is my husband who is committing the crime. We shall have to storm the tomb and take Minister Inga into custody ourselves. What? You mean... Garan, no. His hostage is in there.
Dirk, how dare you set foot in the palace? Have you come to turn yourself in?
Listen, we need to call a truce for now.
Garan, Royal Guard, seize this traitor of the crown.
As you wish, Your Eminence! Resist and you die! Wait a second. Hold it. Someone yell hold it. Oh god, he's spooky. You should do that more often. Slow down there, Garan. I'm here to conduct a hostage exchange. But if you take me in now, Maya Fey is as good as dead.
A hostage exchange? And why would he choose to do such a thing with you?
We can talk about that later. Right now, I need to get in there before it's too late. If I can't resolve this in 20 minutes, you can storm the place. Now then, if you'll excuse me. He didn't even wait for her to agree. He was just like, I'm going. Right now.
Dirk, wait. Huh. Guards, allow the insurgent Dirk Sadmahi to pass. Barbed Head, you have some explaining to do.
Right. Well, while we're waiting here, Apollo, why don't you explain the situation? What? Me?
Leave nothing out, Horned Head, or I'll dehorn you where you stand.
Hornhead? She doesn't waste any time coming up with nicknames. And what's with the attitude? Her father's the one who abducted Miss Fey. Oh my god, salmon! Oh my god, we eating good tonight. I've actually never eaten salmon. No, I've had salmon on sushi. I've never eaten like a fried salmon before, but that sounds like it would probably be delicious. I don't know. I'm just scared of fish. I'm a little bitch about it. I have like weird food aversion to fish, but I should eat fish. Like I like some fish. Some fish. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's the hostage taking by Inga.
Do my ears deceive me, or did I hear talk of my father abducting someone?
You heard right. He abducted Maya Fey and...
An insolent fool!
Pardon my rudeness.
A gentle soul such as my father could not possibly have committed such a crime.
Gentle? You think he's gentle? I'm afraid it's true, Your Benevolence. He's holed up in that tomb as we speak.
Really, I find this difficult to believe. Why would he do such a thing?
Inga Karkul Kuran. Your Benevolence, you saw your father heading towards the tomb.
I did. I was over on that veranda, deep in thought, when I saw him hurrying towards the tomb. I'd say it was about 10 minutes ago.
Why was he rushing? Maybe he was worried he'd be late. Did you see anyone else heading for the tomb?
I saw no one else after he entered.
So Mr. Inga and Miss Fey are the only ones in there besides Dirk. Who knows, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had a minion or two with him. Dirk, I sure hope he's alright. It's only been 5 minutes? Ugh, it feels like an eternity. Patience, Apollo, patience. Anime? Smoked salmon from the barbecue grill is best. It sounds like one of the best ways to have it. It's been almost 20 minutes. What's taking Dirk so long?
The appointed time has come. Our royal guard shall now storm in.
Can't you wait a little longer?
No, we cannot. Every second we wait puts the hostage life in even more danger. Therefore, we see no alternative but to order our guards to storm in.
But that'll put Miss Fey's life in danger too. She didn't have hands.
Guards, storm the tomb and seize Minister Inga, along with the insurgent Duke Sadmahi.
Yes, Your Eminence! What? Dirk's under arrest too?
Naturally, that traitorous snake assassinated my predecessor, Queen Amara. Now go, seize them both.
Rah, we're going in! Follow me, men! For Her Eminence, Udihara Garan! I hope no one gets hurt. Me too. Dirk's gonna be dead, right? No, he's gonna... Garan's gonna be dead. the man's gonna be dead. And then the Dirk's gonna get blamed for it again. And we're gonna have to defend Dirk in court. That's what's happening, right? What the? Why are they running back out? What is the meaning of this? Something terrible has happened. Dirk, the minister. He's dead. What's this? What? Apollo, quick. I'm right behind you. No one enters without our... Come, let's see what has transpired. Yes, Your Eminence! May 18th, Garan Palace, Amara's tomb. Well, where's Dirk? Apollo, over there. Wait, what? He's just standing over him? Still? Dirk. Well, this looks pretty incriminating right now. Dirk! What have you done? Apollo. Look! I mean, he did deserve it. He did deserve it, absolutely. I'm sure that Dirk didn't do it. I'm sure that Dirk didn't do it. So it is Minister Inga who has fallen. Guards, seize this murderous man at once. Yes, Your Eminence, surrender now, or perish, rebel scum! No, wait. Ah! A dragon never yields! Self-defense, I'm sure. I'm sure he didn't even do it. He probably pulled the knife out to be like, I will poison. Dirk, they're taking him away. Thud. Ow. Dirk just threw something at me. Wait, this is the... Bro just had that and was like, kadonk. Is he telling me to keep it safe? Nick? Nick, is that you? Maya, are you alright? Dirk, he saved me. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. I'm sure. Maya! Minister Inga, the man behind Miss Faye's abduction, had been killed. And Dirk was arrested for his murder. So it was that the abduction of Maya Faye came to a sudden and unexpected resolution. We beat the game, guys! We did it! With this, the curtain fell on the minister, but things were far from over. We got Maya back, so we're done. Let the credits roll. May 18th, Garan Palace. He kidnapped her and was gonna kill her. Who give a fuck? Yeah, right? Who give a fuck? Even the queen was like, wow, I can't believe my husband's a criminal. Like, they... They're a little funky here. Apollo, what happened? I can't say for sure, but from what I can tell, it seems Dirk has killed Minister Inga. What? You think he did it to save Miss Faye? Most likely, but who knows? I'm really confused right now. My father... This cannot be. I must see for myself. Your benevolence, we cannot allow you to pass. Oh, stand aside. Forgive us, but we have direct orders from Her Eminence, Queen Garan. Father, oh, Father. Dirk, you'll pay for this. Apollo, let's regroup somewhere. Yeah. Dirk, it wasn't really you that did it, right? May 18th, Temple. Are you okay, Apollo? Yeah. Edward's speaking with the local police. So let's sit tight until he returns. Oh, okay. I know you must be in a state of shock right now, but I need you to stay with us, Apollo. He's right. I can't go to pieces now. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'll be fine. May 18th. Temple. Your father was a prick. Yeah. He made life terrible for everybody. Literally everybody. He was executing people daily with a smile on his face. Sorry, kid, your dad kind of had it coming. Yeah. I'm sure Dirk didn't do it, though. I'm sure that's what's gonna happen. Edward did it. Right, Mr. Justice. I'm afraid I have some bad news. It looks like things will only get more complicated from here. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what's happening with Dirk? As I understand it, he has been officially charged with the murder of Minister Inga. He has? However, I did manage to get his permission to investigate the crime scene, and I expect we'll be allowed to visit Mr. Sadmahi shortly. Thank you. Should you really be helping us? This is a conflict of interest. You're a prosecutor, not a defense attorney. Do you guys remember that one time when Edgeworth was pretending to be the defense attorney for a while? For like, what was it, the final case of like Justice for All or whatever? I don't remember. And while Phoenix is like in the hospital, and just to stall out the case, he ain't a prosecutor here. This ain't his country. I think Nayuta has something to say about that as well, because he just goes around being prosecutor and prosecuting everything in every country. Like Prosecutor Sadmahi also is from this country, but he's practicing in the States. I don't think that's applicable. Me and Angie are in the same wavelength. I think you're both wrong in the Ace Attorney logic. Edward is like, I'm the chief prosecutor. I'll prosecute wherever I want. Thank you. I'm sure glad Prosecutor Edgeworth is here with us. Also, it just so happens that Detective Sky is here. Yeah, of course she is. He was in the exchange program. This man runs the exchange program. He can do what he wants. It just so happens that Detective Sky is here in Quran. So, I have asked her to assist us with our investigation. Emma's just being fucking ping-ponged back and forth. Like, she just has to be in both because we can't have Gumshoe come back. What? What's she doing here? It seems Prosecutor Sadmahi has grown quite fond of her. You can get the right to prosecute in multiple countries. It's just hard. I'm sure I'm sure they'll be like, Edward's just got it because he's so cool, you know? It comes with being the high prosecutor. You just get a certificate to practice in every country in the world. No extraterritorial rights gonna get you now, buddy. Oh my god. He's been ferrying her all over the place. A few days here, a few days there. They've always become a team of sorts. Despite what Nayuta says, it seems he thinks highly of Emma's skills. So what now, Apollo? I think I'll go pay Dirk a visit at the detention center. I want to go check in on Maya at the hospital. What about you, Athena? Well, if there's footwork to be done, I'd better stick with Apollo and give him a hand. Very well. Then I will accompany Right. Okay, we'll go our separate ways for now. Alright, if anything comes up, you have my cell number. Can I call you whenever I want? That'd be really funny. Do you know your way around here, Apollo? It's been over 10 years since I left, but I'll try not to get us hopelessly lost. I wish I could just call, like, Phoenix whenever I want. Like, hey, what's the update? Just give me, like, a phone icon. May 18th. Detention Center. Visitors. Room. Okay, last night I was watching a documentary about, I don't know if it's a documentary. It's like a TV special. It wasn't really a documentary. About, like, this guy who, like, ran over, like, 4 kids and killed them, which is pretty heavy, and meeting the father in prison. And the premise was way more intriguing than it actually was, because they had already met multiple times, and the craziest part is that the papa, the dad, is like the nicest man in existence. Like, he was like, yeah, I forgive him, and my children call him to talk to him, and just catch up with him regularly. We call each other like once a week. So he's like family now, and it's like, that's crazy. That's insane. But then you're like, oh, they're gonna meet face to face, and you think there's gonna be drama, and no, they're just like, hey, how you doing? It's been a while. Hope everything's well with you and stuff. It was crazy. I was slightly let down, but it was a very nice story about bad choices having tragic consequences, but like I don't know, like the indomitable human will or something. And forgiveness? I'm not sure where I'm going with this. Anyways, I think Dirk didn't do it. Apollo, here to see your old man, are you? Dirk, are they done interrogating you? Nope, the fun hasn't even started. I imagine they'll really rake me over the coals, though. I don't even want to think about how harsh their interrogation methods will be. Yeah, but that's nothing compared to what they'll do if they find him guilty. They branded me a terrorist who killed the previous queen, and now the justice minister. Do we have to, like, we're gonna have to find him innocent for both, right? We're gonna have to be like, he didn't kill the queen, and he didn't kill the minister. Actually, it was Maya. If found guilty of these crimes, I'll be facing a very public execution. Public execution? This is worse than I thought. Wait, what's even it? Do I still have the picture of my real dad? I hate this game. Bro, why did you keep it? Everything went to Trucy except the picture of my father and the founders are that he dunked at me. Okay. Come on, son. Turn that frown upside down. You'll jinx us. As soon as I get out of here, I'll take you to the tasty hash house I know. Oh, hash sounds yummy. I'd like that. I really need to focus on what happened. Time to switch to work mode. Dirk, can you tell me what happened? Oh, and there's also something I want you to take a look at. The incident. Dirk, what happened in there? You didn't really kill Minister Inga, did you? Well, the thing is, I really don't know. What? Huh? Oh, is it gonna be like that one Danganronpa thing? Is it gonna be like one person threw in the actual murder weapon? And that's, I don't know, that's probably not gonna be like Danganronpa. I remember seeing the mural of the founder right as I entered the tomb, but I got all dizzy immediately after that. Possessed. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand and covered in Inga's blood. So you don't remember meeting with him? No, the last thing I remember after entering the tomb is feeling really dizzy. There's no way you can explain what happened if you can't remember anything. Yeah. I suppose there's no getting out of this one. But we can't give up yet. Oh, I'm a little disappointed that they're just going, oh, he can't remember, so you don't get to know what happened when he went in there. Is there a reason? Like, why does everyone keep getting fucking dizzy? Fish. Oh my god, we're fishing a lot of fish today. We are going to have the yummiest meal. It's a tomb? Do tombs make you dizzy? I don't know much about tombs. Gases. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes a lot of sense. I didn't think about that. They didn't air it out enough. It's stinky in there. I was just messing with you, son. Well, stop. It's not funny. Sorry. Sheesh. Nothing seems to faze him. Not even being arrested for murder. This is going to be one tough case, Apollo. Not only have I been charged with Inga's murder, but I've also been charged with Amara's assassination from 23 years ago. You're on trial for 2 charges. You're fucked, Dad. Doran is practically licking her chops just thinking about my public execution. Guess it means we can't afford to lose our heads. I don't know how you can laugh at a time like this. So, son, I take it you'll be defending me at my trial. No. Fuck. Of course, you can count on me. That's my boy. Looks like your nerves are as steely as those vocal cords of yours. After all, you've got the Defense Culpability Act to contend with, too. I'm sure they can forgive Apollo one time, right? They let Phoenix. They were like, if you give up now, we won't make you do it. You know, maybe I'm feeling the odds for Apollo right now are much worse than Phoenix's. Oh, right. So if you're found guilty, then I'll be charged with the same double homicide, huh? Don't tell me you forgot about that. Can't we just leave? Can we just break him out of jail and then Edgeworth fly us back home? Can we just do that? Can we just do that? That seems like a lot easier. The guy is dead. We could just put the orb back. And then go home. I'll be fine. I just have to make sure we win this one. You sure? Because you don't sound very fine. Apollo? What was that about an assassination 23 years ago? 23 years ago? About that incident 23 years ago, that was when the previous queen, Amara, was assassinated, wasn't it? Yes, someone set her private residence on fire. She lost her life in the ensuing blaze. And you were arrested for the crime. Why would they arrest you, Mr. Sedmahi? Weren't you just a lawyer back then? What relation could you have had with the queen? About that. Amara was, well, she was my wife. Okay, so what? Huh? Huh? Okay. 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 I may not look the part, but I was once husband to a queen. In short, I was royalty. That might know. Apollo is not his real son. Never mind. I was like, that means Apollo is a prince, but no. Adopted, extended prince. What? No way! Are you saying you won the heart of the reigning queen? Come on, you're talking to a guy who honed his prowess against witnesses on the stand. Even a queen is no match for this dragon's glare. Wow, you're really something else. So, was a verdict ever reached, Dirk? I acted as my own attorney and won. What? Until I was accused of fabricating evidence, that is. Then it all went south. Nowhere have I heard a story like that before. What happened after that? I made a run for it. You ran? But why? I didn't kill Amara. I didn't fabricate any evidence. Even if I had stuck around for a retrial, I'd have been found guilty for sure. I couldn't allow that to happen. Amara's true killer would have never faced justice if I did. So I left my law practice behind and went underground. But that was 23 years ago. Are you telling me that after all these years, you still haven't discovered the truth? Yeah, the fact that it was an arson means the crime scene was reduced to ash. There's little in the way of evidence. It's just been brick wall after brick wall. It was the guy who's dead now, 100%. It was this man, Inga. I keep thinking his name's Garan, but it's Inga. Garan's guitar. Garan? Everyone got big ass names. I guess that means it's all up to me to figure it out, huh? Along with Minister Inga's murder, of course. I think I'm going to be sick. Come on, son, don't look so down. With you on the case, it'll work out somehow. I hope he's right. Say, son, do you remember my office? Sure, I remember that messy, dimly lit room. The file I've amassed on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there? Let me think. I recall going in through a manhole. How could I not, Dirk? I hated how I always got so dirty getting there. And that stench. Bro literally kept his office there. What? That old case is important too. But I should probably focus on the minister's murder first. Alright, hit me with this one. That's the only remaining photo of your father. Take good care of it. I will. I'm just surprised to see it after all these years. I had a tough time tracking it down and retrieving it. It was taken by some European tourists who just happened to be watching your father. I had some of my men go to Europe to look them up and ask whether we could have it. You went through all that trouble? I did, so don't go losing it or anything. I said I'd take good care of it, didn't I? So you got it safely out of the tomb. Why did you throw it at me like that? I want you to listen carefully, son. The orb must not fall into Garon's hands. Not ever. I thought Minister Inga was the one who was after it. He was the one who lent it to Professor Buff to study, after all. So haven't you exposed his crime now? I have, but there's more connected to this relic than meets the eye. Much more. Whatever it is, I can't help feeling that it could turn this entire kingdom upside down. You said something like that before. Looks like Dirk's intuition is at it again. Garon will do anything to retrieve this. So guard it well, son, at least until tomorrow's trial. I'm afraid your time's up. Oh, hi. Nayuta. It's time for the prisoner's interrogation. So we got you putrid-headed criminal abetting lawyer. Wait, don't tell me you're the prosecuting attorney. What? But that would mean... Is there a problem here? You bet there is. He's your father. And your point is? My relation to the accused is irrelevant. The fact remains I am a prosecutor. No, that's not what I don't think I'm getting through to him. Nayuta, a long time no see, son. How have you been? Look, I hear you've been serving Garon rather faithfully, in fact. Whatever happened to our dream of taking her down and changing this country, son?
The past is the past.
What do you mean? Why are you doing this?
It's simple. People change. The Nayuta you knew exists no more.
Listen, son, I don't know what made you change like this, but you're still my boy, even if you prosecute my case. The rest of the Defiant Dragons and I eagerly await your return. Whenever you're ready, we'll welcome you back with open arms.
As I said, I've moved on. Now, let us waste no more time, for flowers do not blossom simply from talk of the past.
Nayuta, why do I get the feeling there is something he wants to say but can't?
Guard, move the accused to the interrogation room.
Yes, sir. This way, you rebel scum. Ow, watch it. Not so rough, will you?
Nayuta, is he seriously going to prosecute his own father?
What do you got to say? Huh? Nothing. Okay. These transitions are funky. Okay, what are we doing now? Oh, okay. Investigate the crime scene, go to Dirk's house. Okay. We can't even go to... Okay, so we're gonna go to the crime scene first. Because we can't even go to the bazaar to go to the tomb. Or go to the office. Well, I should get some rest. It's midnight here. Good night, Sora. Thank you for hanging out, Danny. Have a good sleep. And yeah, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hello. Good night. So this is the tomb of Amara, the previous queen of Karan. I should I've been saying a bunch of stupid stuff in German by picking up words and saying shit. I should pick up some Dutch words. It should all be almost the same, just so I can sprinkle it in and be a little silly with it. But I know no Dutch. This is the tomb of Amara, the previous queen of Karan. It's really lavish. I guess you could say it's fit for a queen. Oh, they didn't get dizzy walking in here with all the rancid gases.
Is the faceless woman in that mural over there Amara?
No, that's the Holy Mother. She's the one who brought spirit channeling to Karan.
All right, the woman in the orb. Oh, it's you two. Getting right down to business, I see. Oh, it's Emma. Hi. Hi, Emma. We heard you'd give us a hand if we needed it.
Yep. Mr. Edgeworth asked me to help where I could. So, it's been quite a while since you've been back in Quran, I hear.
Yeah, more than 10 years, in fact.
Well, you sure didn't waste any time. I mean, you're already mixed up in a murder. You're a big a trouble magnet as Mr. Wright.
Please don't say that. My luck's already bad enough as it is. Emma, I hear Prosecutor said he has requested your services again. He seems to have really taken a liking to you.
You mean His Imperial Holiness? I don't mind that he approves of me and my abilities. It's just his people skills need some serious work. But when he manages to smile and compliments my work, it's hard to say no. Plus, working on flying back and forth between here and every home every few days off, it's been tough. The lack of sleep has been brutal on my skin. To make matters worse, the defendant in this case is someone I know. I mean, how could this get any worse?
It sounds like they got one complicated prosecutor-detective relationship going on. Hello, Sleepodachi. Welcome. I'm an hour late. No, it's okay. It's absolutely fine. Oh my gosh. It's absolutely fine. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Munch, 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 munch. I love her eating those. The incident. Emma, have you determined the cause of death?
Blood loss from a stab wound. A single stab in the back was enough to cause the victim to bleed to death. The estimated time of death is 3 p.m., which is when Dirk came into the scene.
Stab from behind. Blood loss. Time of death is approximately 3 p.m. Any suspects besides Dirk?
No, he and Maya and the minister were the only ones here. And Maya had been tied up until she was freed by the Queen's Royal Guard.
Could someone have been hiding somewhere in here?
Not likely. I was told this tomb was searched from top to bottom right after the murder. And during that time, the Royal Guard set up a perimeter to prevent anyone from escaping.
In other words, the crime scene was completely sealed off.
It would appear so.
No way for a third party to escape without being spotted, so... I'm now hearing the peak voices. Yes, everyone gets their own... Well, not everyone. Some people have the same voices, but I was like, oh, they're never... No, they're always in the same scenes together, but they just talk so much that I'm just like, I cannot give them a different voice or my voice will die. Great. It's another one of those convoluted lock room mysteries. The victim. About the victim, Minister Inga. He was the kingdom's Minister of Justice, correct?
Yes, Inga Karakul Quran was the second most powerful figure in Quran. Plus, he was married to the Queen.
It seems strange that someone of his status would abduct someone.
Apparently, he only told a few of his most loyal subordinates about his plan. That way, there was little chances of the police or even the Queen finding out.
What was Inga hoping to gain by getting his hands on the orb?
That I don't know, but I'm working on it.
I wonder if it really was for what Paul Attition Wimperson said. I must deliver to my benefactor at all costs. What do they want that relic for anyways? It's something to do with an old legend. My patron seeks the great power said to be granted to whoever solves its secret. A great power that is said to be bestowed on whoever solves the orb's secrets. In Quran, only those who can channel spirits are said to be fit to rule. Was that why Inga wanted such power? Did he want to be king? Wait, is that what it said? Did he want to be king? Isn't he kind of de facto default king when he marries the queen? Or is that not how this stuff works? That's what I thought happened. Or is there no kings? Just ministers of justice and queens. Let's go, girlies. So this is the tomb of the previous queen.
Yes, Queen Amara was laid to rest here. She lost her life in an arsonist blaze. What a tragic end. I heard this tomb sits on the actual site of her residence before it was burned down. They built it on the same spot so her soul could rest in peace.
So this is where the fire happened, huh? It's a lot of candles, a lot of fire. Why do you think Minister Inga was holding Miss Faye captive here?
It's the perfect spot if you think about it. It's close to his private quarters, which made it easy to keep an eye on this prisoner. And the courtyard is only open to the royal family, so he had little fear of prying eyes. Plus, the tomb is normally locked, and only the royal family is allowed access.
So that's why he picked this place. How long had Miss Faye been held captive?
About 6 days.
Really that long?
It appears that she was severely weakened by her prolonged confinement. She passed out as soon as she was freed, and is now on an IV drip at the hospital. She's been asleep ever since.
Poor Miss Faye. I hope she gets better soon. Emma, do you mind if we start looking around?
Sure, I've already got the okay. Knock yourselves out. Oh, and here.
Oh my god, a map.
It's a diagram the police drew of the tomb. I thought I'd give you a copy to help your investigation along.
I like that she's helping us. I like that she's being more helpful. I mean, she's been quite helpful this whole game, but other times she's been like, I can't really help. I'm not supposed to help, but I'm gonna help a little bit. But she's right out of the gate. She's like, I'm helping. I'm helping. I'm helping. Thank you.
Oh, and let me know if you need my forensic expertise. Don't you dare keep all the fun to yourselves, you hear?
You don't need to worry about that. Besides, I'd hardly classify this as fun. Alright, let's examine the room. There's so much stuff. Something over here was broken. Oh, is it? Oh, okay, there's one statue missing on that side. Okay. For whatever reason. It looks like the Holy Mother was painted here to watch over Amara's sarcophagus. So it's like this tomb is protected by the founder. That must be so reassuring to those left behind. Only one problem, they didn't paint the eyes she needs to do said watching. Come to think of it, she doesn't have a mouth to smile down on the tomb with either. It's actually kind of creepy. I wonder if being watched over by someone like that gives the queen nightmares. Hey, keep that up and the founder just might come and watch over you too. So this is Amara's sarcophagus. Let's take a closer look. Oh gosh. Hey, these curtains open, Apollo. Okay. So we need a key. That's one big sarcophagus.
They say the mummy of Amara, the former queen, rests inside.
A mummy, huh?
Rats, it's locked. Hey, don't touch that.
You mean we can't search inside?
Not a chance. Besides, it's not something anyone would try opening anyways.
What if the real killer's hiding inside? Hey, anyone in there?
Don't do that. You're going to get us cursed.
Cursed?
The queen likely bears a grudge towards the living after such a violent, painful death. No one dares touch the sarcophagus for fear of incurring her wrath.
Oh no, Apollo, what am I going to do now? Don't look at me.
In any case, the sarcophagus is temperature controlled. It's kept really cool to preserve the mummy. So even if someone did decide to hide inside, they would eventually freeze to death.
I see. Still, if they bundled up, I bet a person could hide in there for a little while. That's a way to do it, I guess. What is this? It's full of ash. They must burn incense in here. So I was wondering, Apollo, did the ash come from the incense sticks that were burned in this? Or do people put their incense in after there's already ash in here to hold them up? Don't be silly, Athena. The answer's simple. The ash is the product of prayers from the countless visitors who came here. It's not a chicken or egg kind of thing. Oh, that's an interesting take on it. It's so much more poetic than mine. Okay. Okay, Athena. It's so full of ash. My guess would be this is an incense burner. Hey, look, Apollo. There's something in the ashes. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's one of Garon's gems. Not Garon, of Inga's. Is that a gemstone? I wonder what it's doing here. Hi, kitty cat. Hello, little man. Are you lonely? Are you all alone? went hungry, little man. You don't get to eat dinner for an hour. You don't get to eat for an hour. But the tiny man is hungry. Oh my god, that's a lot of fur. There's a lot of fur that just came off him. You know, Felix, we're a short-haired cat. You shed a lot. I picked you up. Here. Come on up on the desk. Oh, you stink. You're stinky. You farted. You're stinky cat. You're stinky. Why are you so smelly? You're such a little boy. Why are you so smelly? You stink. You're stinky. Alright, you happy to be up here? Happy to be up here? Ooh, a trolley. Let's go. Is that a gemstone? I wonder what it's doing here. I've got this one covered, Apollo. Would you like to hear my brilliant theory? Well, I guess it wouldn't do any harm. You know how people make wishes by throwing coins into a fountain, right? Well, you know, on second thought, I'm good. What? I'm sure you don't need to hear my... You sure you don't need to hear my theory? I was just about to get to the good part. Let's just ask Emma. That'll be much quicker. Right, Felix? Excuse me, Emma. What's this gemstone doing here?
Oh, that. It's not a gem, it's a button, albeit a very expensive one from the victim's jacket. It must have fallen off and gotten in there somehow.
See? Every puzzle has an answer, Athena.
Well, I thought my idea was pretty good.
Wait, what's with the soot? See here on the gemstone? Hey, you're right. Oh, because it was burned. Someone burned his stuff. His clothing. There's a lot of ashes for just incense. Okay, There's a painting up there, but I can't see it very well from here. It's like a small army of monks, all neatly lined up. It looks like they're facing the sarcophagus in prayer. If you look carefully, each one has a slightly different expression. I wonder if they used real people as models. Some are frowning, some are smiling. There's one that looks like he's trying as hard as not to burst out laughing. Really? I wonder why. Maybe it's like those times when things are so intense you can't help but laugh. You know, like at funerals and stuff. They went through all the trouble of depicting that. Talk about going overboard. That's called depicting life, Apollo. Where is your whimsy? There's a baby on... That's like the birth of Venus, but it's a baby on a lotus. Oh, and that's Dirk getting speared? Oh. Wait a second. Excuse me? Wait. There's a lotus baby. And then Dirk, being tortured by Satan. Okay, this is very lovely. Look, one of the statues is broken. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to see from here. Let's check it out when we get a little closer. Alright, is there anything left from this view to look at? Alright, oh my god, there's a table with wine over there. Why? Oh wow, look at... Okay, so she's like, wow, I'm such a cool queen. And then a fire happened and they're like, oh, Dirk did it. And then they're like, oh yeah, we killed Dirk. Okay. Great, I'm curious about this table. What's up with this table? This is the grape juice Inga was drinking. He was probably nervous before his meeting with Dirk. So he drank grape juice? I'm not seeing the logic here. Mr. Wright told me all about it when he was hospitalized a few years ago. He said grape juice has something in it that helps you relax. Really? Are you sure he was talking about regular, plain old grape juice? Because it sounds like he was talking about the fermented variety. No, he couldn't have meant that. I mean, we're talking about a medical facility. They wouldn't have allowed something like that in. Right. Let's leave it at that. Apollo, what's your problem? Why are you like this? Dude isn't aware of wine. The sarcophagus is surrounded by a curtain. I bet someone could have hid him behind it.
True, but that's one of the many places the Royal Guard checked after storming in.
Wow, they were really thorough.
Yes, well, apparently one of their members loves mystery novels. He peered into every nook and cranny with an almost frightening amount of gusto. And when he was done, he said, Very interesting. It's like one of those locked room mysteries.
Sounds like he was in the wrong line of work. Wow, it's covered in blood. With a blood splatter this large, it must have gone all over the killer too. Time to think of it. Dirk was covered in blood. There was blood on Dirk's clothes. Circumstantial evidence points to Dirk being the killer. That's what I'd conclude too if I were a cop. Why are things always so bleak for me? Guess this is where Inga collapsed when he died. Better take a closer look. He had a gun! Dude had a gun and a phone and he still got killed by Dirk. They've already taken the body away. It's kind of sad how familiar I've become with body outlines.
I have a photo of the body if you're interested.
Oh my god, look at that man. Deserved, by the way, deserved. Does that gun have shoot four bullets at one time? And he still couldn't defend himself against Dirk? Crazy.
He was stabbed right in the back. The poor guy was practically skewered.
Why was he facing Dirk from behind? Actually, that's a fun question to now ask.
What was he wearing on his arms? Those are the cuffs of justice. Seems to be a tradition here for the Minister of Justice to wear those forearm cuffs.
They look like they're made of thick fabric, so I guess they aren't for protection.
Maybe they're for keeping his sleeves out of the way when he handles documents.
Yeah, that's probably their original purpose. But over the years, the reason for wearing them was probably forgotten. So now, they're just one of many traditional things that people do without knowing why. I like the fact that this is highlighted orange. Like, it's going to become very important. Like, you must remember that there are many traditions that people do without knowing the origin of why they even do it.
Oh, I get it. Kind of like the way you roll up your sleeves, huh?
Or your psychology, if we're going there.
I happen to know why I started. Thank you very much.
Photo of Inga. He was stabbed in the back with a knife. We got the knife. So this is the murder weapon. Emma, did you find any prints on it?
Yep, and they were super clear. They belonged to one Dirk Sudmahi.
That's not good. Were there any others?
There was one other print from another individual, but it was too smudged to identify. It's probably an old print from somebody else who had handled the knife.
Oh. Yet another piece of unhelpful info added to our ever-growing pile. I wonder if this is Inga's cell phone.
It should be. His fingerprints are all over it.
Do you know if he talked with anyone recently?
There were a few calls logged between him and his underlings. They're all members of the secret police who were directly under the minister's control.
You mean like spies? I don't think that's quite it. So the minister was armed, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's a 4-shot pistol. He had it for self-defense, apparently. But it won't be firing anything at any time soon.
Huh?
He was carrying a broken gun around for show? No, we recovered a bullet here. Which means the gun probably broke as the minister fired its last round. Thing is,
whoa, thank you.
The gun's chambers are all empty. Yet that one bullet is the only bullet we could find.
That's strange. Where did the other 3 go? Maybe Dirk ate them? We can ask the next time we see him. Just be ready for his predictably shocking answer. The murals. Is this supposed to be Amara channeling a spirit? It looks like the spirit of some country's sultan or something. And she seems to be conveying something to his retainers. She's on fire. This must be Amara's assassination, as allegedly carried out by Dirk. They really made him look evil. This is the weirdest one of all. Is that supposed to be Dirk facing his punishment in the afterlife? Anyway, I I guess that's the last one. I guess we're supposed to see this as a happy ending. Yeah, except nobody came out of this story happy. Not a single person. Not a one. Okay, I already looked at this side. There's just a chair. Why is there just a lonely chair on this side? Miss Faye was apparently tied to this chair. Let's take a closer look. We should try to cover every possible angle here. Let's use the change of perspective and take a careful look around. Wait a second. It told me I could do that. But okay. Poor Miss Faye. She must have been tied up to this chair. I can just imagine how much her backside must have hurt after sitting here for so long. It would have been torture for you, I bet. I mean, you don't know how to sit still. If by that you mean I like to stay active, then I have to agree with you. Oh, okay. Oh, alright. Oh, there's blood down there. Look, there's a blood stain on one of the chair legs.
Really? Hey, you're right. I completely missed that. And so did the other guy who was really into looking at the crime scene.
Let's move the chair so we can check under it. There's more blood under the chair leg.
I wonder what it's doing here. I have some luminol here, so why don't you do some testing around it?
Yes! Yes! Look! Oh gosh. Oh gosh, someone's in there. The bloodstain leans all the way to the sarcophagus. Emma, is this Minister Inga's blood?
Hold on one sec. Huh? That's strange. I didn't get a match.
So then, whose blood is it?
Dirk and Miss Faye.
Dirk and Miss Faye weren't wounded as far as we know. And the blood's been wiped up by somebody for some reason. Yeah, that's strange too. Serious blood stain. Okay. There's something evil afoot. Nothing particularly interesting here. Okay. There's a blood stain on the floor. It's already been mostly wiped up, but the stain leads all the way to the sarcophagus. I wonder whose blood it is. Okay. I'm assuming that's all done, right? Yeah. Alright, the picture up here. A baby on a lotus blossom. That's one strange painting.
Apparently, that's part of the mural depicting the life and times of Queen Amara. You know, like a storyboard or something.
So, that baby's supposed to be Amara. This one depicts Amara preaching to the faithful. It's hard to put it into words. I've never seen anything like it. I like that there's a dog. Like, the dog is like, I love listening to her talk. I love it. Let's see. The next one is that Dirk? Why does he have horns? My best guess is it depicts the first time Amara and Dirk met. So he's supposed to be some kind of demon who's seducing her. But he was successful since they got married after that. The mural continues on the opposite wall, and we've already looked at it. One of the statues is broken. Let's take a closer look. Oh, there's a bullet. Oh, there's something shiny in the dark. It's a Magatama, I think. Did it come from the broken statue? Look, Apollo, there's another one. But the other statues only have one each. Hey, you're right. Maybe this statue is special or something. Oh, look at the shiny. There's something shiny down there. It's a pendant. There's blood on it. I wonder who it belongs to.
We all know all we know is it's not the victim's. No one in the royal family recognized it.
Emma, did you lift any fingerprints from it?
I did, but I wasn't able to get a clean one.
That's too bad.
But the blood turned out to be the victim's.
That means it must have fallen here in the course of the murder. It might be Dirk's. I should ask him about it later. Pink butterfly. Look at that bullet first. Look, there's a bullet here.
It's from the pistol the victim was carrying. My guess is he tried to shoot his attacker but missed, and the bullet ended up here. We've already determined the rifling marks to match to his gun.
Rifling marks? Aren't those?
Oh, shall I explain? The science behind it is absolutely fascinating.
No, we're good.
Lawyers think they're so smart.
You do realize we can hear you. This thing's more splintered than this thing's more splintered than statue now.
The bullet from the victim's gun did a real number on it.
It seems like something you could get cursed for, you know? In Mr. Inga's case, I'd say getting your ticket punch is a curse enough. Yeah, but don't curses extend to the afterlife? You need to stop taking what Nayuta says so seriously. I'm perfectly capable of thinking for myself. Okay. Anything else? Anything else here? I dislike how it doesn't let you like look that far. Like it's just like, oh, spin around with the thing. Okay, I think that's done. Have I looked at everything then? There has to be something missing. There has to be something that I'm missing. It's gonna be like that one time when I'm like, wow, I'm so stuck here. Usually there's like a finishing line of dialogue when you're done. And I was like, wow, why is I'm not done? Why is done not done? Oh, the curtain. Okay. Someone could have hid behind these curtains. Here, I'll give it a try. Well, can you tell I'm hiding here? No, I can't at all. That's it. That's the perfect hiding place. We did it, Apollo. We solved the case.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but the royal guard searched the tomb high and low right after they stormed in. And they said no one was in here besides Mr. Inga and Dirk and Miss Faye.
Well, back to the drawing board, I guess. My brilliant deduction. Destroyed in 3 sentences. There we go. I think we've covered just about everything. Maybe we should go over what we've learned so far.
For starters, we're dealing with a locked room murder.
Of course we are. But instead of the tomb being locked, it was being cordoned off by the royal guard. And after the murder, no one was found to be hiding inside. Right. In addition, we also know that Dirk's fingerprints were all over the murder weapon. The curtain around the sarcophagus was drenched in the victim's blood on one side. The blood must have also gotten on the killer when they stabbed the minister from behind. My guess is that, so we have like the blood-covered sarcophagus, is that whoever stabbed Inga was in the curtain. Because that's the only part that isn't like covered in blood, is like, maybe? Actually, I'm not sure now. Because I'm like, it seems like there's an outline of somebody. That's why the blood isn't like over the whole thing. But they would have had to, if they were stabbed in the back, it would have had to have been like through the curtain or something. I would assume. Dirk had blood on him when the crime was first discovered. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember what happened. This is not good. So, what we know so far is things couldn't be worse for our case, and that's still an understatement somehow. Yeah, it's looking pretty grim.
Oh, if you two are done here, I'll have to ask you to leave. Go on, scoot.
Something wrong, Emma? Why are you trying to give us the boot?
It's just easier if you're not here when His Imperial Holiness arrives.
Speak of the devil.
Prosecutor Samahi.
Detective Sky, it seems you've spoken at length with these two lawyers. I do hope you've also kept an eye on them.
Yes, of course. Like a hawk. They didn't touch a single thing.
Give a lawyer an inch and they'll take a mile. Never forget that. There's a look of distrust again. It's too bad Apollo and Athena don't believe in ghosts because I think Dirk got possessed. Yeah. He got cursed. Hey, Nayuta. Do you really believe that Dirk's guilty? Maybe it was his wife. Maybe his wife possessed him to kill her killer. Oh my god, Cosmic Croc! Let's go! She really rocks your Crocs off. Let's fucking go! And are you seriously going to prosecute this case? I mean, he's your father. You were once part of the Defiant Dragons, weren't you? Hey, Nayuta, wait! I said wait! Useless husband, you haven't figured it out. I'll do it myself. Yeah. Oh my god. Maybe Maya channeled the wife. And yeah, I'm not sure. The joke was mine. I love useless husband, I'll do it myself. It's been 23 fucking years and you didn't find out that it was this bitch dude who killed me? How could you? Allegedly. Hey, Nayuta, I said wait. Come on, Athena. After him. Huh? Oh, right behind you. Where are we going? Chase after Nayuta and talk to him. Show Dirk the pink butterfly pendant. Get on the file on Amara's assassination at Dirk's safe house. Move. I would assume maybe he's at the royal residence. He didn't get very far. May 18th. Garan. Palace. Royal Residence. Nayuta, would you stop already? What do you want? It's about Dirk. Would you please hear me out? I fail to see why I should. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hold it!
Nayuta, are you afraid of what I might have to say? If not, then there's no harm in listening, right? Very well. Speak. But make it quick. There is much I must do. Why does everything have to be so difficult with you? Prosecuting Dirk. So, I know you'll be prosecuting Dirk's case, but aren't there any other prosecutors in this country? Why does it have to be you? He's the only one. He's the only prosecutor in all of Quran. His win rate used to be 100% until Phoenix Wright came along. Her Eminence, Queen Garan, personally requested that I serve as prosecutor. She did. That would make it hard to say no. Her Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutorial skills. Still, she didn't have to ask you to handle a case against your own father. Be honest, you really don't want to do this, do you? You speak of love and sentiment. I guess so. I do not deny such human emotions. But the law is the law, and placing personal feelings above it is beyond reprieve. Do you disagree? Well, no, I don't disagree, but civilizations only exist due to the confines of the law. Without them, love and sentiment would lack the fertile soil they need to flourish. Do you disagree? No, but the law must be obeyed. This truth sits above all else, including personal feelings. Therefore, whether or not I am the son of the accused is of no consequence. But the law is malleable. It is not just like a rigid thing. Everything can change. Things change every fucking day, and sometimes it just gets worse, you know? That's our reality. It is that simple. Or would you say otherwise? But, come on, Apollo, tell him how wrong he is. But don't you, you know, wish it wasn't that way?
It appears I've wasted my breath on you. And the winner is Prosecutor Said Mahi. Still spewing empty words, devoid of meaning or consequence, I see. You're putrid red pepper. I know I'm right, but did he have to be so eloquent about his point? It's like he's trying to cover something up with his pretty words. Apollo, I got back on the debates with him if I were you. Just stick to questions, like the ones you wanted to ask.
Who Dirk cares about? Nita, I wanted to ask you about that hostage situation. Inga said he had something dear to Dirk in the palm of his hand, and he was using that person along with his hostage as leverage in obtaining the orb.
That's news to me.
Well, that's what Inga said. You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye. Maya Fey ain't my only, how shall I say, insurance, you know, Dirk. What? I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kinds of things I could do, right? Wait, why am I just did the same voice for the whole thing? Glad you're seeing things my way. I got the impression Dirk had no choice but to follow Inga's demands after he heard that. So who do you suppose this special person is?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, liar! Liar! Pants on fire! Oh no, it's a bad joke to make where a fire happened. Oh no, fuck. My bracelet's reacting. Hey, Nita, about what you just said, can you say it about 50 more times? He's very mad at her. My bracelet is crushing my wrist. Youch, that really hurts. What the heck's going on?
I'm wise to your tricks, you putrid pepper. The bracelet reacts to the anxieties of the people around you by squeezing your wrist. But now that I know how it works, I can make it tighten around your wrist anytime I wish. Consider this a warning.
Man, he figured it out so easily. I don't know how he did it, but this renders my bracelet useless. Oh no.
Such devilry is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessing. Looks like your special power won't work against Prosecutor Said Mahi, Apollo. We'll have to try something else.
Ugh, you're right. We'll just have to ask Dirk about this.
It appears you intend to go through with a trial you have no hope of winning. Grow up, Mr. Justice. We are no longer children, you and I.
I'm not the one who needs to grow up, Nayuta. In case you didn't hear, I won my last case against none other than Mr. Right. Oh my god, don't say that. Bro, we've already beat fucking Said Mahi as well in a case. Everyone in this game has beat him in a case. There isn't a single person in the right law agency who has not won against this guy. And he's acting so pompous and full of himself. Like, I can't imagine losing not only to Apollo, to Athena, and to Phoenix. And being like, useless, you'll never win this. I love the prosecutors in Ace Attorney being all like, you will never win. You're not gonna win this time. Ain't no way. We said liar, liar, pants on fire at the same time. Oh my god. We're so connected. We're linked. We're like spirit mediums with each other. We could start finishing each other's sentences. Ouch.
You tell him, Apollo.
One brain cell, yes!
Is he mad? I can never tell with him. This trial is different. Your foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal. And those who die as criminals are doomed to be reborn in the next life as something lower than a bug or vegetable. You would be lucky to return to this realm as a patch of mold.
Mold? That's pretty harsh. I mean, but it'd be very quick, I think. How long does mold live for? I guess the lifespan of mold. Couldn't be that long, I'm sure.
If you wish to avert such a fate, abandon this folly before it is too late.
Oh my god, he rhymed! What a little rhyme. I don't care if I end up as a dollop of blue cheese dressing in my next life. I'm going to defend Dirk in court.
You fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accused with all my might, no matter what you may say or do. Consider yourself forewarned. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Bye!
Prosecutor said Mahino's father will be publicly executed if he's found guilty. Yet, he won't even show an ounce of mercy. Nayuta, is this the real you? Have you really changed? Do you really plan on sending Dirk to his death? Do you even hear me? Hi, Felix. Don't Dirk and I matter to you anymore? I guess not. To be continued. Wait, no, I still have like 4 things to go do. What do you fucking mean to be continued? What do you mean? I have a laundry. Oh, okay, we're Phoenix and Edgeworthing now. Okay. I still had things to do, and the game's like, we're going. Oh gosh, this is why it's gonna take forever. I gotta switch to the Phoenix one now, don't I? Once, Phoenix new. All right, let's go. Maya passed out right after we found her in the tomb. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. She's been out cold ever since. We haven't been able to get a word out of her. The doctor says it's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. What is it, right? Are you all right? Yeah, just thinking is all. I'm glad you're here, Edgeworth. We wouldn't have gotten permission we have without you. Well, I didn't come all the way to Karan to be useless. Speaking of the investigation, I received a few things from Detective Sky. These should prove to be useful to us as well. Okay, wait. Why do they have separate evidence? I don't like that. I can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. Honestly, I'd have been so lost without him these past few days. You there, the barbed head lawyer, Phoenix Wright. Huh? You're from the Garan Royal Guard, right? I am Lackey. Oh, I am Lackey. Royal Guard member and Her Eminence's shoulder rubber. That's very specific. And what does the Royal Shoulder Rubber want with me? Wait, come to think of it, my shoulders are a bit stiff. Don't be absurd. I am here for one purpose only. I am to bring you before Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Karan. Will you comply? The Queen, what does she want with me? And why does he have to shout like that? I can't fathom why Queen Garan would summon you. But I advise you to accept Her Eminence's gracious invitation. Royal Shoulder Rubber Lackey, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen? The name is Lackey, La, apostrophe, Key, and all praise the omnipotent Queen Garan. For she has already foreseen and improved your request, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. You are both to come with me. You mean to say Queen Garan sees our every move? Yes, indeed. Her Eminence's spiritual power is immense. She can even see what's going on thousands of miles away. Miles, Edgeworth. Right. I fear I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry. Yeah, me too. Why would the Queen herself summon me personally? What could she possibly be up to? Let's go to the Queen. Hey, you got a fish cracker from the pond. The pond is so nice. Audience chamber. Oh my god, look at them. Damn, look how extra this is. Oh, the barbed head lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Seems ominous. Spooky, even. Thank you. This palace is still as magnificent as last time. We have heard much about you, Barbed One. Seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake. Is that what people have been saying about me? Right. Where are your manners? Your Eminence. I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. Oh, Your Eminence. Glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. It is all right. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day.
Yes, Your Eminence. Raifa's not looking too good. I guess even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. Nor should she! Have to. So what can I do for you, Your Eminence?
We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand.
Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. Inga's crime.
We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So it is that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. Is it true that her husband Inga had been seeking the Founder's Orb?
Hi, Felix. What's up, little man? You're very ibby-bibby. Oh, you're hungry, aren't you? You're hungry. I should probably go feed you, huh? Oh, you need your yummers. I'm gonna take this 1 second. I'm gonna go feed the kitty cats. So I'll be right back. Let me just find the BRB thing. I'll be right back. Alright, okay. I'll need to get up in about like 5 more minutes to just make sure they're eating the correct food. But we'll keep going.
Is it true that her husband Inga had been seeking the Founder's Orb?
Oh, I didn't click in. Oh. That's right.
He wanted to trade a hostage for it.
That's why he abducted Maya Fey.
Insolent fool.
Kathunk. Ow.
That is a lie. A lie, I say. Father would have never done such a thing.
But he did abduct Maya. That might just...
I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense. You will pay for this. You...
Ow! Please, your benevolence.
That is quite enough, Raifa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such thing. Huh? We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. And with it, he intended to usurp the throne. Mother.
What do you mean, Your Eminence?
Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration. And his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason.
The secret police, they came up during the High Priest murder trial, too. Yeah, secret police, that shit's bad. An elite force under the direct command of Minister of Justice, in this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group.
Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army, and he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us.
So Your Eminence had no control over them?
As much as it shames us to admit it, Khura'in is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry that you have to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom. How could Father? But know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. For in Khura'in, only those possessed of spiritual power may sit on the throne.
I see, that explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb.
Barbed One, do you recall the man known as Peace, Love, and Understand?
What about him?
He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had bought his loyalty, covered the man to steal the orb and covered up the theft.
Ordered the man to fuck.
And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together. The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Sadmahi, it may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now, perhaps the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. Oh, and what a joyous day. Hail to Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Karan. Her Eminence, spiritual power, invoke the blessing straight from the Holy Mother.
I could see how her cronies could be elated at the prospect, but the queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered.
Father.
Rafa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago, the one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara.
Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive.
Murder by arson.
Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime.
That event also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence?
As part of our training to be queen, we serve in many different governmental positions, the longest of which was the previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara.
Interesting that her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence?
The assassination of our dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Sadmahi was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer.
That's right. Dirk used to be a lawyer.
Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people. But he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case.
I see.
But when the truth of his fabrication and the assassination of Queen Amara came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted.
Bro, this is just Apollo Justice. This is just Dual Destinies again. We're back in the dark age of the law, but this one's even worse.
Now, why does that sound so familiar?
Yeah, I wonder.
In Quran, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss.
So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? But that law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused. Good.
We see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown.
Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's a possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted.
So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there needn't be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree?
Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials, huh? That sounds oddly familiar. Manfred von Karma was born in the wrong country at the... well, I guess the right time. Let's not get started down this path.
Furthermore, here in Quran, we have the divination seance. And so it is we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie.
Well, in the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice. And I found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least.
Oh, such relentless rhetoric! Your reputation precedes you, Barbed One. It feels as if ourselves were being cross-examined.
Oh, no, that wasn't my intention.
It is true that some feel the Defense Culpability Act as a necessary evil at best.
But it is a small sacrifice upon which our kingdom has been forged. If you consider executing innocent lawyers as so small a sacrifice, then sure. The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Quran dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act.
Really? Not at all. Right? Why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law after all. Yeah.
About the Founder's Orb that was to be exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that?
It's missing. I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence.
In that case, then, perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there is the matter of the horned youth you were with.
Oh, you mean Apollo?
From his odd hairstyle, may we assume him to be a relative? Perhaps your younger brother?
No, you've got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood.
Dirk's? Royal Guard!
Your Eminence? What's she whispering in that one guy's ear? Oh, you told the wrong stuff, Phoenix.
Thank you for your time. The two of you may now go.
Yes, Your Eminence, we'll be on our way. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so maybe we should speak with the locals over at the bazaar? I don't like her. May 18th. Quran Bazaar. Roar! What? Was that a lion? No, that was a tiger. Oh, that caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as the warbird. A bird? That sounds like that? Sounds more like a beast than a bird if you ask me. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes, well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before. Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird. Was that a gunshot? Har, har, har. Startled you, PW. Oh, it's him. Okay. What was that, Dads? How the fuck did he get from... How did he get over here? The Defiant Dragon's newest weapon. I call these puppies Dragon Snot Snaps. Huh? And you need those why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to the TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. You could say that again. I mean, what's with the high priest fake murder / suicide? People are calling the DCA tragedy. People are calling it the DCA tragedy, and it's causing a real public uproar. Hopefully this means Tarrus's death won't be in vain after all. So how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyways? Simple. First add time to our fellow rebels, and then we use them as diversions if we need to shake Quran's goons. Huh? Like this. Bang. Whoa. Will you cut that out now? I am not with the regime, and I'm not chasing you. Your reaction, that was priceless, PW. Guess I started the warbird too, huh? It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there.
You are one of those insurgents, are you not?
Yikes! Take that! And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought.
Barbed head.
Your benevolence. What can I do for you?
I wanted to speak with you about what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup.
Well, I can understand why you'd feel like that, but...
It was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him.
And how do you know that?
I just do. Because the Holy Mother guides me. And as the royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see.
Maybe this is just how Raifa expresses her sense of duty? You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom.
That's the best news I've heard all day, Your Benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Rifa by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth? As you wish, right?
Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it is the last thing I do.
Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl?
Barbed head, let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now, follow me.
Wait, she's sure in a hurry. Right, the minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to this murder as well. Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Rifa's awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. Baba! To the royal residence! May 18th, Garan, Palace, Royal Residence. Now, if we could figure out which one of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters, I would assume the big one in the back, right there. That's where we'll find Rifa. This one maybe? Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. This is where Inga's private quarters are. Watch your step, right? That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. Yeah, the ground's soaked. I wonder who did this. I think someone's in there.
Father,
Is that Princess Rifa?
there are still so many things I wish to tell you.
She always puts on such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy.
Father.
Princess Rifa, are you in there?
Just a moment, I'll be right out. I see you are finally here. Well, let's commence our investigation, shall we?
Your Benevolence, maybe you should rest for a minute first.
You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you?
No, I mean, yes, sorry. I couldn't help overhearing.
Girl,
It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything.
you stupid barbed head!
Youch! You could have feigned ignorance. It's as if your brain to milk filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. Ugh, I'm not that bad, Edgeworth.
Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you would never get here. You have a lot of nerve keeping the crown princess waiting.
Sorry?
This was my father's residence. I have already unlocked it, so you can go right in.
Oh,
And be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there.
a dingbat dog.
That's right. The yappy mutts, but the whole urn's worth.
I wonder how it got in this area. Do you know what it looked like?
I had better things to do than memorize what some stray dog looks like. Anyways, it's not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we?
I really hope she's alright. Alright, to Inga's private quarters. Dude has a whole bust of him. Oh, what's with the medicine on the table? What? What a mess. You can definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. I guess Inga and I had at least that much in common.
The staff keeps getting in the way. Nana!
Oh! Huh? Where's Nana? Normally. She comes running whenever Rifa calls.
That's right.
Nana is what?
Oh well. You, barbed head, come, hold the staff for me.
Why me?
Just take it. It's too heavy, and I am tired of holding it.
How does Nana put up with this day in and day out? I'll just set it over here for now. Talk. The kidnapping.
barbed head. I, the royal priestess of Quran, shall share my thoughts on the abduction. You will? Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often. Yes, of course. We'd be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share. Oh my god, he has so much grape juice up there. You can't see it. It's behind the chat boxes. There's bottles of grape juice up there. This man loved to drink grape juice. My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb, but he was not for the purpose of a coup d'etat. It was all for my sake.
For your sake.
The Founder's Orb was capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training, and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me.
Right, I see.
Well, do you understand why he did it now?
I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper. I guess you don't believe he is, do you?
Ooh. The information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice it to say, he did all this for me. End of story.
Was he really trying to obtain the orb for Rafa? Somehow, I doubt it. Speaking of the powers, I wonder if Rafa will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. Perish! Perish and die! Die! Death! Jet to the bots! I wonder if Rafa will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. Oh, I need to go check my cats. I'll be right back again. I'll be, gotta go. Cat foods, make sure it eats. Okay, we back now. We back now. The cats have eaten. She is watching my stream off of a phone right now. It's so cute. It's adorable. I wonder if Rife will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. I didn't click it, did I should probably ask her about that. Nana. Your benevolence. I noticed Nana isn't with you today.
I know not where she has gone. I have not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again.
Oh, she's the murderer, isn't she? A little after 2. That's about an hour before the murder.
Indeed. Of all the times for this to happen, she normally comes to me the moment I call her name.
I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. I wonder if her absence is related to today's incident somehow.
Do you think she was unwittingly caught up in them?
Who knows? At the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime.
Nina, I hope she's alright.
Rafa seems really worried for Nina. Tomorrow's seance. I take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance.
Who else if not I?
Good point. The thing is, divination seances are all about what the victims experience in their final moments. So tomorrow, Rafa will experience her own father's death exactly as it happened. That's more than anyone should ever have to deal with. Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else. What about just calling the whole thing off?
It is not as if I'm doing this because I want to.
No?
Never mind, I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the royal priestess, and is the one that I intend to fulfill.
There's that word, duty.
Your benevolence. As crown princess, you are destined to rule the kingdom one day. That means there'll be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, and what is true and what is false. And most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I am even up to the task.
Performing the divination seance is very important for the priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? Nina and Rafa. Your benevolence, has Nina served you long?
Yes, she's been my beck and call for as long as I remember. I have heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers.
Your diapers? It almost sounds like she could be your mother.
Indeed, but that is a simple fact of life when your mother is busy being queen. Nina takes care of my every need. She is my teacher in all things as well.
Rafa's pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some respects. Could that be the result of Nina's teachings?
Nina, could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be back.
Yes, I suppose Nina would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I would do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage.
And yet, I can't shake the feeling that Nina's connected to this case in some way. Alright, let's examine. Oh my god, there's a turtle. Oh my god, that's Bahamut and Tiamat! No, wait, no, Bahamut's a whale that holds up the world. I think. Or is he a turtle? I don't fucking remember what the real Bahamut is supposed to be anymore. There are some muddy shoe prints here, come to think of it. There was some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in it before coming in here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old.
And somebody must have been in here today in the early afternoon. For our servants clean this room each day. Here in Quran, we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to the morrow.
That's a good saying. Mine is, why clean up today what you can leave for tomorrow? That's more like mine. And I keep putting it off till tomorrow. His desk is crammed full of documents. They appear to be paperwork for executions. But for this many cases? Indeed, something is rotten in the kingdom of Quran. This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork. Okay, not gonna talk about this. What's this? What's this? Je suis le be- Oh my god. Never thought I'd see this brand again. Me neither. It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color. Color jet black. I wonder if Inga was going gray. Here, Edgeworth. Maybe you can use it. I like my natural hair color just fine. Thank you very much. Crazy. What's this? Makeup? This is most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stamp. His insignia is carved big and bold right on the lid. Talk about overkill. Did he really have to mark everything he owned? It's a syringe and a vial.
Those are for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable.
It was that bad, huh? He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then. Ooh, and that's where he got stabbed.
Yes, my father said his back could knock him off his feet.
I know the feeling. I've experienced some pretty severe back pain of my own.
Well, we can't have you throwing your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial?
No thanks. I hear your body builds up tolerance to that sort of thing. He's gonna be shooting up painkillers.
I thought you didn't want them.
I'm going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home. This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Nana, purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead, Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes, Phoenix Wright, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. These appear to be notes detailing people's prominent characteristics. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in here. Why would he bother doing this? He's not dead. He's not fucking dead.
I'm afraid I can't even answer that.
Whatever the reason, it's giving me a case of heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of anyways.
What a brilliant deduction. One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you.
It's high praise coming from you, your benevolence. Edward's right, they do look like dictation notes, but I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nana, whom he must have seen every day? Dude's got prosopagnosia, right? No, he's pretending to be people. He's alive. He's alive and well. This sure looks like it was modeled after Inga's suit jacket. The backrest even has those fancy buttons of his. I imagine they make the chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on.
Actually, they serve to massage the pressure points at his back. My father suffered from terrible back pain, you see.
I wonder if it really works. That's so funny. Wow, that's one gaudy sculpture.
My father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold.
Why does it not surprise me that he was also narcissistic? It's pretty detailed. He even included that personal stamp of his. Hey, that stamp's a little loose. Look, there's a secret safe inside.
Oh my, to think such a thing was here all this time.
Rats, looks like we'll need a combination to get in. I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what the combination might be, your benevolence?
No, none whatsoever.
It looks like a 4-digit combo lock, so maybe it's a date. But it's probably not anything that would be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. I wonder what date Inga would use as a combination. Parents' anniversary. Let's try the date the DC Act. How about the date the Defense Culpability Act was enacted? Do you know when that was, your benevolence?
Nana! Nana!
Your benevolence. Whisper, whisper.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Oh my god, I drew this her Nana now.
I believe that it would be June 14th.
Really, Edgeworth? Is whispering in the ears of Elise the secret to your success? Alright, let's give 0614 a try. Nope, that's not it. Time to try something else. I wonder what date Inga would use as a combination. Rafa's birthday. When's your birthday, your benevolence?
You're wasting your time. Could not possibly be my birthday.
Oh, come on, it's worth a shot.
Fine. It's December 24th.
Christmas Eve. Well, let's give it a try. 12/24. Ah! It opened. Oh my god.
It did?
Yep, and it looks like the bottom safe was a fake. Something meant to mislead would be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by his use of such an easily guessed combination.
Why? Father, why my birthday?
Well, let's find out what he hiding in there. Okay, let's see what's in here. Huh? This looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind, and I love you very much. I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rafa.
I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old.
Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid?
There are some older papers in here. Once I poison the queen, the throne will be mine. The spiritual power I obtain from the treasure will back up my claim in the meantime. The secret police are to keep close watch on Garon.
What? Give me that. I don't understand.
It seems Justice Minister Inga was plotting the assassination of the queen.
This can't be true. Father would never harm Mother.
Poor Rifa, this has to come at a terrible shock.
What's this?
There's a photo in here too. Oh, she's Dirk's kid. It's of a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. On the far left, there's a law book with the mark of the Defiant Dragon branded on it.
Wait, that's
Your benevolence?
how?
How can this be? Wait. Rifa is like 14. And her mom died 23 years ago. Ain't no way. Princess Rifa. She's looking incredibly pale. Your benevolence, are you alright?
Alright? How can I be alright? All that I have believed, it was all lies.
I'm afraid I don't follow. What the heck is she talking about? Can I ask who this woman is in this picture?
How should I know?
It seems
I didn't know anything that was going on.
doesn't look like I'm going to get much more out of her while she's like this. Woman's photo. Is this like... I guess that would be Nayuta, and that wouldn't actually be Rifa. I don't know why I was jumping to that conclusion. There ain't no way it could be Rifa. It's like, oh, your mummy is not your real mummy.
Mother. I must ask my mother about the secret she is hiding.
What secret?
I must go. Goodbye.
Wait. What was all that about? It's like her mind was off somewhere else. It appears the photo really upset her. I wonder who the lady in this picture is. Stop. Shadow.
Oh, it's Shadow! I forgot about Shadow! Stop, Shadow! Come back here!
Wait, that sounds like Albie and Shadow. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. I wonder what's afoot.
I forgot here I have Pupper.
May 18th, Garon, Palace, Royal Residence. No! Ah! Edgeworth. He's gonna fall into puddle. Oh my god, that's adorable! Oh my god! Oh my god! I hope one of you has a good explanation for this.
Ah! I'm so sorry.
Hi, Albie.
No, Shadow, bad dog. Leave the masterfully thingamajig alone.
If you would kindly detach your dog from my cravat.
Right away, sir. Just hold still and...
And? Stop pulling like that. You only stretch the fabric.
Come on, Shadow. Let go of his whatchamacallit. Well, this isn't working. I'll just have to pull harder then. 1, 2...
Wait, what are you doing?
3!
Arr!
Come on!
Ugh. Ah! I need air! Were you trying to kill me?
I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attacking frilly things like that.
Maybe for his sake, he should stick to more traditional targets like cars or his tail.
What's worse, he snuck in here again today and stole some weird-looking hat.
I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog. You're a very bad dog.
Oh no, Shadow's a good dog. He's a very wonderful pupper. Wait a second. I've seen that hat before. A frilly hat. Albie, can I see that hat again?
Sure.
Wait, isn't this Nana's hat? Isn't this Nana's hat? But I thought she disappeared.
Shadow swiped it from someone.
Albie, how exactly did Shadow get this?
Allow me to explain. It all started while we were on a walk through the bazaar today, when suddenly, Dats popped out of the manhole.
Ah!
Whoa!
The fangs of the defiant dragons. Ha! Dad's a rebel is here. Death? Cut his hands off. Cut his paws off. Shay, you want to join our cause, kid?
Huh? Actually, I was super startled by the weirdo's sudden appearance. Woof woof!
Back, dog of the Goron regime.
Huh? Well, this is my dog, Shadow.
Defiant dragons are secret weapon. Dragon snot snaps. Achoo!
Whoa!
Oof. Ah! Oh man, the look on your face. That was classic.
Sudden bang of the firecracker spooked Shadow and he ran off into the crowds. Ah! Shadow, come back here!
That'll teach you like a Ryan's lapdog. You there. What do you think you're doing? Ah! Not good.
And that's when the policeman came running over and hauled Dats away. That happened right around 2 p.m. if I remember correctly.
I'm not even going to pretend I know what Dats was trying to do.
I chased right after Shadow, and when I finally caught up to him here in the palace courtyard, he had this in his mouth.
2 p.m., huh? That's about an hour before the minister's death. Nana supposedly went missing after the murder, but this would place her here at the palace at around 2.
Actually, I just remembered I saw something pretty amazing around that time, too.
Something amazing? So, Abby, what was it that you saw that was so amazing?
I saw Her Eminence Queen Garan channeling a spirit.
Is it really that big of a deal to see her channel someone?
You bet it is. Commoners are never allowed to behold the sacred rite.
Oh, can you tell me more?
Of course. I'm always happy to explain. I believe it was around 2:10 p.m. today. I got lost on the palace grounds while looking for Shadow.
Dude, end up in the throne room? What the fuck?
What is this place? It gives me the creeps. Where could Shadow have gone? In my search, I took a peek into a small room, and that's when I saw Queen Garan. She was channeling a spirit for a neighboring kingdom's king. I saw her transform right before my eyes.
Who did she turn into?
I was so excited I had to take a picture of it.
You took a picture?
I know I shouldn't have, but I just couldn't help myself. Between this and the
treasure room, Alfie's not exactly the picture of self-restraint.
Her channeling ended right after that, so I ran out before anyone could spot me.
You could have been arrested again, you know that?
Yeah, I know. Anyways, here's a copy of the picture. Just don't tell anyone I was the one who took it.
I worry about his future sometimes. Channeling photo added to the court record. Who was channeled? I wonder if she doesn't really look like anybody fancy. This security is so shit, and they wonder why people get assassinated, right? Right? It's so funny that Albie's just like, wow, I wandered into the throne room. Oh, I opened this door, and look, and there's a man with a mustache. Whomst are you? The killer, perhaps? How did you and Shadow get into the royal residence anyways? It's not open to commoners after all.
Allow me to explain. There's a way to get into the palace from the bazaar. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, though. Shadow can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck.
You don't say.
Yeah, part of the palace wall is damaged, and there's a hole I can just make it through.
Go on.
Bet you didn't know they have some really tasty food here.
Oh, and this isn't your first time in here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know.
No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. It just... want to help change this kingdom.
What do you mean?
Well, after his face trial, I started thinking, like, maybe there was something I could do to help the revolution too.
Maya's trial, huh? That tragedy only happened because of how twisted Quran's legal system has become. How utterly foolish to cast aside one's life for such a reason. There must have been other ways to cover up the crime. I don't remember what voice I gave this man. Yet, had I done so, my wife would rush to my defense and the case went to trial. She would suffer the same fate as I under the Defense Culpability Act. I could not have lived with myself had she been convicted because of that fiendish man.
This cannot be. All I have done under the laws of our kingdom, it has all been...
The DC Act led to the false charges against Maya and the High Priest's suicide, but that trial also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. And it seems even Albie has some pretty strong feelings on the matter.
I knew there had to be something I could do to help. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and started thinking, maybe I could sneak in and take pictures of one of the royals up to no good. I just want to do my part.
The spirit of revolution seems to be catching on, even with one so young. After Maya, not after they tried to chop him. Yeah, it took a little bit. It took him a little bit. It took a few more trials. Oh my god. Right. The momentum is steadily building and the tipping point is fast approaching. It's just a matter of when. I agree, and the public's perception of the Defiant Dragon seems to be changing too. But Albie... You can't go trespassing like that. Even if it's for a good cause, it's not right.
Okay, I won't do it again.
Albie, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any other mischief. And when I say you, I mean Shadow. Generally zero preservations instincts in this child. Yep, absolutely zero. Absolutely zero. How old is Albie? Albie... I mean, he's 9. I guess those don't kick in until maybe 10.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nice try, Albie, but the proof is literally right in front of us.
I know I shouldn't have taken that picture, but it was the first time I'd ever seen a spirit medium at work. I couldn't help myself.
At least he knows what he did was wrong.
400 Damas per copy sounds about right.
Albie, you're not planning to sell this photo to the tourists, are you? You could go for way more, bro. You could sell it to literally people. You don't even have to target the tourists. You could target literally anybody. If the commoners aren't allowed to see it, then anybody is a potential buyer, Albie. You are so... This is why you're broke.
Come on, Mr. Wright. You don't really think I'd do that, do you?
Now I really fear for his future. This is how you get tourists killed, yeah. The hat. What do you know about this, Albie?
Sorry, I don't know anything about that. I'm the worst tour guide ever.
No, it's my fault for randomly whipping it out and asking you about it.
Don't worry, I'll study hard so I'll be ready to answer all your questions next time.
Now I feel like a jerk. What do you think about this dead body picture, kid? Oh, I probably have to like look at the urns. The spilt over urn. Albie, you wouldn't happen to know how this urn got knocked over, would you? Because your benevolence told me something rather interesting. Be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled the water over there. The dingbat dog? That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. The dingbat dog she mentioned wouldn't have to be Shadow, would it?
Oh. I guess the dog's out of the bag. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that.
No, it's not good to lie to anyone like that, so let's try to only tell the truth, okay, Albie?
Oh, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had really weird haircuts, so I thought they might be friends of yours.
Really now? seems your little friend thinks all of us Americans have strange hairstyles. I suppose we have you to thank for that, right? So what exactly did their hair look like?
There was a guy with 2 crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like antennae. And then there was this lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg.
Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing?
They were racing through the bazaar, with Garan Royal Guard in hot pursuit.
Wait, what? Why were they being pursued? Oh my god! Oh wow! Oh my god! Emma! Thank you for 45 Oh my god, short! It's short! Oh my god,
Objection.
short! The third short has been found! Short! Let's go! Let's go, short! Hi Emma, welcome! Thank you for the 45 months. No, you can lie. You just have to be smart enough to lie correctly. Exactly. And Albie is 1, but not 2 of those requirements. Why are they being pursued? I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. I just hope they're all right.
Sorry for not mentioning it before. I just kind of slipped my mind.
That's why we didn't get to go to the thing. A jellyfish plushie! Oh my god. So cute. To be continued again. Apollo's narrow escape. Okay. May 18th. Quran. Bazaar. Those guys sure are persistent. Yeah, they even wore me out, and that doesn't happen often. Why are they after us anyways? Apollo, it's the Royal Guards again! Quick, hide. Hey, where'd Hornhead and Spidey Hair go? Spidey Hair? They're not talking about me, are they? Is that a trick question? We know you're hiding somewhere around here. Apollo, that weird-looking bird over there. Did it just... Yeah, it did. It's called a warbird, and you know what? I'll tell you all about it later when we're not being chased by masked men. Come out, wherever you are. Hand over the Founder's Orb if you know what's good for you. It figures they're after the orb. I don't want to know what they'd do to us if we were captured. If they grill us in those obnoxious, loud voices, I'd cave after the first hour and confess to whatever they wanted, true or not. Come out now, you foreign devils! This has gone far enough! We must not keep Her Eminence waiting any longer. Gotta get out of here. There must be a safe place to hide somewhere. Let's go down the manhole! Bam! Look, a manhole. Ah, that's right. We don't need the flashback. Say, son, do you remember my office? Sure. I remember that messy, dimly lit room. That's right, the manhole. That's right, the manhole. Also, what are you up to today, Emma? How are you doing? The file masked on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there? Athena, I know where we can hide. Follow me. Oh, where are we going? Wait, you're not seriously thinking about going down there? It smells like rotten eggs. And those rats I hear? We've got no choice. I can get us somewhere safe, but this is the only way in. Quick, before it's too late. It's going to take forever to get this stench out of my hair. I'm trying to add the mouse to deliver by Friday, and configuration is so wonky. Aw, that sounds tough. Former Sedmadi law offices. Looks like we lost them. That was close. Dirk's office. I like that there's a knife in the queen's head. That's great. How long has it been since I last set foot in here? At least we're safe now, but... Why is Athena all huddled over in the corner like that? Ah! Dads? AJ, what the heck are you doing here? Garon's Royal Dark Guards are after us. Once a rebel, always a rebel. Don't worry, the regime doesn't know about this place, so you can relax now. Good, but since when am I a part of the rebellion? I don't recall signing up. Apollo. Oh my god, we're all down here. We're all down here, all the friends. Mr. Wright, what are you doing here? We saw you two go into that manhole. You narrowly escaped the guard's notice. It was like watching a pair of ostriches bury their heads in the sand. I guess that was closer shaved than I had thought. Anyways, you're safe and sound now, and that's what really counts. Oh, I also have some evidence for you. Thanks, Mr. Wright. Case evidence received from Boss. So, what is this dubious hovel we found ourselves in anyways? It's the Defiant Dragon Safe House, also known as the former Sadmahi Law Offices. I see. Well, though it might just be happenstance, here I am, a chief prosecutor, hiding out in a rebel base. Please don't report this place to the local police, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Might as well take a look around while we're waiting for the heat to die down out there. Come on, Athena. Stop moving over there and help me check this place out. Please tell me there's a shower here. There's a sink in the kitchen, and if you're lucky, maybe even some soap. I'm sorry I even asked. Sadmahi Law Offices. So, Dats, you guys are still using this office, I see. Yep, now it's the official HQ of the Defiant Dragons. But as Dirk said, and I quote, we must keep it for the day when the Quran needs the lawyers once more. Restoring the legal system to its rightful form through popular uprising. You can tell how much Dirk believes in his cause. Oh, and AJ, Dirk said something else that might interest you. He said he hopes you'll come back and take over this office someday. Take over? Me? Those were his words. He may have been half joking, though. Dirk, guess what I heard from PW? AJ's gonna become a lawyer. Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you. Must have been because of you, Dirk. I'm not so sure about that. I imagine he's already forgotten about me. What are you talking about? I bet he can't wait to follow in your footsteps. Nothing would make me happier. Maybe one day he'll return to Quran and take over this office. It's just a pipe dream, though. An office in a sewer? Absolutely the most opportune place. I want my law and my lawyer to be dished out from the sewers. Dirk really said that? Dirk was never a hands-on kind of dad, but not a day went by that he wasn't thinking of you. Not much I'm sure of. Doesn't get more paternal than that. Dirk, and to think I really did spend my days trying to forget you. I'm looking forward to a nice long talk once you're free. Okay. Examine. Why is she like that? There's a scary looking knife sticking out of the Queen's picture. If anyone saw this, they think the Defiant Dragons were a violent group. Oh, that was actually me trying to kill a fly. I threw that knife at it, but it whiffed, and the thing ended up stuck right there between her eyes. You mean this wasn't on purpose? What's with the altar? That's where we pay our respects to the victims of the Defense Culpability Act. The DC Act is a heinous crime that puts innocent people to death. A law that's supposed to protect the people sends them to their graves instead. Talk about insane. Okay, let's look at the book. This is Dirk's old law book. It has one thing in it: a dragon never yields. Look, there's a mark on the cover. It looks like it was branded with a hot iron. Yeah, because I think it was done in protest against the Defense Culpability Act. There's an entry on the DC Act right here, see? The name of our eminence, those who would support criminals, will be deemed just as guilty. So this is the infamous anti-lawyer law you guys are always talking about. Damn, I can't believe we picked this one up twice. I wonder what's in this file. Oh, it's full of newspaper clippings. The arson incident involving Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. The lighter found at the scene had Dirk's fingerprints on it. So this is what Dirk was talking about. We already know most of the stuff here on top. Let's see what else is there. Wow, where did he get all this? Anything important here? Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in this incident and lost his life. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire without knowing his real name. No divination seance could be performed.
Oh, what? Are we gonna see Apollo's papa's final moments in the seance?
Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in the incident and lost his life.
What? This is about your father, Apollo. Looks like it, but I was never told much more than what's written here. Really? How come? Dirk always skated around the subject. Maybe he thought I was still too young. Plus, I always thought of Dirk as my dad, so I never really brought it up. Oh, I see. Still, I feel kind of sorry for your real dad. My real dad? I was never really interested in learning about him. But after seeing this picture, I can't help but feel a little curious. I wonder if dads could tell me anything about him. Apollo, this file looks like it might be useful. But there are so many pages, I can't tell what's important. We need someone to help organize all of this. And I think I know just the person to ask. Edgeworth? I think it's page 1, page 20. There's nothing else that we need to know between those two things. Talk. Okay. Wait, not examine. Present. Wait, what was the dialogue I just looked at? Okay. Give Dats. Dats, I wanted to ask you about this picture. That's a picture your pops at Dirk found, and he had a heck of a time tracking it down. He said he searched all over for it. Why? Why would he go through all of that trouble? Dats, please tell us everything you know about Apollo's dad. My father. Do you know what my biological father was like? Dirk once told me about him. He said he was a modern minstrel, walking the world and making music in his travels. This file tells some information on your real dad. It says he died in a blaze at the Queen of Mars residence 23 years ago. How old is Apollo? He ain't even here. That's right, Dirk had invited him over. Dirk's the kind of guy who can become fast friends with just about anyone. And it seems your pops was like that too, AJ. They hit it off at the bar. And the next thing you know, Dirk asked him over to play some tunes. And then the palace went up in flames. Yeah, Dirk had just stepped out for a sec and the fire broke out. Apollo, you were there too, but you were just a baby. I remember hearing about that when I was little. Yeah, it was a crying shame your pops just happened to take you along that day. So you were there with him when the fire broke out. Where was his mom? Where was she? Fucking being a magician. But Dirk risked his life to save you. It's like Dirk's done nothing but save me all my life. All your pop stuff got burned up, including anything that could have helped us identify him. All we knew about him at first was a stage name, Jangly Justice or something like that. Dirk did everything he could to help dig up what we know now. What about my mother? Do you know anything about her? All we know is she was traveling with your pops. Ain't no way. But that day she was off doing something on her own. So then she probably didn't even know my father had been with Dirk. She must have been desperate to find you and your father once you've gone missing. No doubt, but the Queen's assassination threw the kingdom into chaos. The police were so overwhelmed, they were probably hard to give any help to her. We searched and searched till our legs gave out too, but we never found her. And with your father's stuff all burned up, we had zero leads, not even a photo. So that's how I became an orphan. Yeah, but who knows? Maybe your mom read up the details of the fire in the newspaper, and maybe she figured you died along with your pops. Wow, I had no idea you'd been through all that, Apollo. Okay, now sort my file for me. Secretary? That's about this file. Can you help me figure out which pages are the most relevant? Yep, sure can. I got the whole thing memorized. Damn, you like Axel. This page is definitely worth a look. Page 34. Maybe someone could tell you about your mom, like Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yep, maybe somebody could. As the son of the terrorist Dirk, Nayuta was expelled from the royal family. The idea that the sins of the father are visited upon his children is deeply rooted in the minds of the Kuranese people. Yep, but he was expelled after that whole thing with Dirk apparently happened. He must have gone through hell once he entered the legal world, though. Because of the whole the sins of the father are visited upon his children thing. Yep, in the eyes of the people, Dirk is not only a traitor to his kingdom, he's also the terrorist who assassinated the previous queen. So, as his son, Beauty no doubt got the cold shoulder at every turn. That must have been really hard on him. Yep, the ties between father and son aren't something you could break, even if you tried. No matter where he went, he was probably labeled the son of a criminal. But despite it all, he made a name for himself through blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, just look at him now. He's a star prosecutor working cases around the globe. He's become a hero, a pride and joy of the Quran.
Now that's the Nayuta I know, super smart and never willing to give in. He must have studied and fought like his life depended on it to get where he is today. Alright. I guess I gotta look around more. Oh wait, what's down there? Wait. Don't tell me we have to go back through that manhole to get out of here. The only reason the safe house is still safe is because the front door's been boarded up. Fine, but I'll just have to live here until the revolution begins. What if I told you rats come out at night? They wish to start the revolution before sundown. I bet the revolution never thought it'd get a new ally this way. Who's the kid? Wait a second, that's you, Apollo. I'd recognize those horns anywhere. Is that really the only way anybody recognizes me? You were so cute. And who's that fine-looking young man? That's Nayuta, back when he used to smile. Wow, his smile is absolutely angelic. Sure brings back memories. That was taken the day before we all went out fishing. What was Prosecutor Senmai like when he was younger? He was kind of quiet but passionate when it came to his convictions. When he finally made prosecutor, he was all fired up to change Quran for the better. But now he's nothing more than Quran's lackey. Seems like Dad has a lot to say about Nayuta. I'll ask him about his thoughts later. I'm surprised to see so many appliances here. There's even a TV. Speaking of which, we gave the people of Quran quite a shock when the Plume Punisher of Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm was last on TV. You mean that show where the actors play the parts of Dirk and Rafa? You hijacked that in the middle of its broadcast, right? Yep, all their writers do each week is try to ruin the Defiant Dragon's good name. And we decided to hit him where it hurts. Ha ha ha. And that must have been really shocking, especially for the kids who waited all week to see it. I mean, the show's main villain was actually hijacking the very show he's in. Crazy. So Mahi Law Offices. That's the sign Dirk used to display out front. Hey Dads, I heard the office used to do quite a bit of business. That it did. Dirk was a famous lawyer with countless courtroom victories after all. He was the dauntless dragon who turned trials upside down, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. His fame as a lawyer spread far and wide across Quran back in the day. I hope the day comes when he can proudly display the sign again. Dirk's jacket. You should try it on, Apollo. It might actually suit you. Really? There's also a spare eye patch there. Why not try that on too? Well, this is what he looked like at the last game with his eye patch and shoulder jacket. You don't need to go back to that. Sorry, just picturing you and all that. It's just too funny. Ow, my pride. Okay, no, is it ask him? Nayuta, okay. Dats, wasn't Nayuta once part of the Defiant Dragons? Yep, Yudi was a rising star in the resistance. He vowed to fight for the cause through the legal system. Said he'd become a prosecutor and give Inga and Garan the smackdown they deserve. But now he's, yeah, a puppet of the Garan regime. Not only that, but now he's gonna prosecute his own dad. It doesn't add up. I wonder what happened to him. Me too, but if I had to guess, I'd say Garan has some serious leverage over him. Leverage? Like what? I wish I knew, but it seems like Dirk knows. I tried to press him about it, but he wouldn't say. Come to think of it, Dirk did say. Nayuta is suffering. Ayana is suffering? Yes, he knows the rightful state of Quran's legal system, but something forces him to bend to Quran's will, and it's tearing him apart. If that's the case, I bet Nayuta doesn't really want to go through with Dirk's prosecution. So then you believe me. You believe in my son's innocence. Who the fuck are you? Wait, one sec. Old man. What the, who the f-
Your poor son, imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. Let's petition the government for his release and declaration of innocence.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm forever in your debt. Huh? Who's that? Hi there, Miss Enemy. Hard at work, I see.
Yes, I have my own battle that I must wage. After all, there are many who suffer under the Defense Culpability Act.
Miss Inme, please don't forget about our cases too.
I won't. I'll look into it as soon as I am able.
Dad, what's Miss Inme doing here?
She's lending ear to all the suffering under the regime's wrongful accusations. A lady whose husband's been imprisoned, parents whose sons have been falsely charged. She's helping all those types of people.
So she's trying to help the revolution along in her own special way.
Yep, and thanks to her, more and more folks are coming over to our side. All the people who have been unhappy with the regime have been waiting for just this chance, and they're starting to speak out in support of us.
The people are responding, and the grassroots movement is growing. Dirk's dream of revolution may finally come true.
What should we do about the Founder's Orb? We'll probably run into the Royal Guards again at the moment we leave this place.
Well, we can't stay here forever, so we'll have to think of something. I've got it. Why don't you hold on to it, Dats? It should be safe here, right?
You can count on me. I'll get it back to you in time for tomorrow's trial at the Hall of Justice.
Founder's Orb left with Dats.
What now, Apollo?
Well, we've got a handle on what happened 23 years ago. Maybe we should pay Dirk a visit. There's something I want to show him. I'll join you. I want to talk to him before tomorrow's trial. Maybe I should wait here then. We'll attract undue attention if we go in too large of a group. Alright, we're going. Move to the detention center. May 18th. Detention center. Visitors room. Hey there, son. Come to see your old man again. Hi, Dirk. Guess they're done questioning you? Yeah, you think Nagito might have cut his old man a little slack, but no. He really laid into me. Seems they're really keen on recovering the Founder's Orb. When I wouldn't tell him where it was, he confiscated what few possessions I had left. Wait, Dirk's not wearing his attorney's badge. They even took that from him. Nayuta. He confiscated all my prized jailbreaking tools. What did you expect? I mean, no prosecutor in their right mind would let a prisoner keep stuff like that. The fact that the police didn't already take that from him is kind of crazy.
Did he take your attorney's badge too?
No. I thought it was strange, but it's just when I looked like he was going to take it from me, he changed his mind. I wonder why. Indeed. I find it hard to understand anything he does these days. Your attorney's badge. Your Kurani's attorney's badge. You've worn it all these years, even though all the lawyers are gone. Yes, because the dragon's eye is the embodiment of my creed. To show the world that a dragon never yields, huh? Hey, Dirk. Why do you still wear your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, right? This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dreams, not until my very last breath. A dragon never yields, right? Exactly. Nayuta Apollo, I vow to restore Kuran's legal system to its rightful state one day. I want to pass on to you a world where you can live free from the fear of tyranny. He was always saying stuff like that to the two of us. Nayuta, is the reason why you didn't take Dirk's badge because you still remember those talks too. I really hope that's what it is. Son, would you keep my badge for me? Are you sure? I can't take something so important to you. That's exactly why I want you to hold on to it, Apollo. I'm placing my fate in your hands. Alright, I'll make sure it stays safe. Alright, present all my evidence to you. Take care of it. Okay. Oh, we already talked about this one then. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna give him this. I found this in the tomb. Look familiar? Ah! That's Dirk? Where did you find it? Down between the monks. Wait up. Is that like a Mara's thing? I was like, oh, no, it's not in her hair. Down between the monk statues in the tomb. Is it yours, Dirk? Oh, it's something I bought. Why is suddenly acting all awkward? I wonder when I lost it. Let's have it. Let's have it. It's very important to me. Of course. I'll just make a note about it for the future reference. Pink butterfly pendant. But a record of it remains in the court record. Is this legal advice stream on money management? If you want to manage your money, you should gamble it all away. I'm not a financial advisor, but I am a cat girl, which I believe is. Hi, Ame. How are you? Well, I remember how Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk. Why don't you ask about that? All right, I'll give it a try. What did the minister mean when he said he had someone dear to you in the palm of his hand? Thank you for the financial advice. You will be in my court order. Oh no. Who was he talking to? Nayuta seemed to know, but he wouldn't tell me anything. Well, I have no idea, so... Well, you obediently followed his every word after he said that, so it seems to me the minister was in some close proximity to someone you really care about. Oh, someone you really care about that isn't Nayuta. Wait, don't tell me. Is there a new lady in your life, Dirk? What? No, don't be ridiculous, son. The love of my life was Amara, but she's gone now and there will never be another. Oh, he's lying and he doesn't know how to escape my lie detector. Oh, my bracelet. Wait, does this mean, Dirk, have you really not met somebody new? Let's go. The love of my life was Amara. So chillin', slogging miles on Dynamis to self-management to play PvP. Let's go! Oh! Excuse me, you were sweating! She's not really dead, is she? Oh, she's not really dead. The love of my life. What? Dude, that's a lot of sweat!
Gotcha!
Holy shit. Whatever that is. Dirk, you can't fool me. You tensed up when you said, but she's gone now. And you unconsciously moved your arm, causing something to press up against your jacket. How did you do that? Oh, so that's it. You're hiding a woman's photo up your sleeve. You don't have to keep secrets like that from me, Dirk. You're an eligible bachelor now, but you'll introduce her to me at some point, right? I keep telling you there's no other woman. Fine, then let's see it. What are you hiding up your sleeve? It's just this. Satisfied? Huh? But that's the pendant we found in Amara's tomb. See, I wasn't trying to hide anything. Then why did he tense up? Dirk, let me take a look at that. Hey, what's this button for? Whoa. It's a picture of Dirk and some lady, and she's really young looking too. Mon Dieu, are you into younger women, Dirk? Oh. Athena, what the fuck? He's like 20 years younger at this point. Dirk, you old dog. You got yourself a younger... Oh no, shut the fuck up. Can you see that he's like 20? You stop with this nonsense. This is Amara before she died. If you look closer, you'll see that I was younger too. Hey, you're right. Oh, that's no fun. Wait a second. Haven't we seen this woman before? Now that you mention it. Isn't this woman the same as the one in the pendants photo? It's the same as this one! Why do they keep making them say dumb shit? Yeah. The woman in the pendant is also the one in this photo. Oh, Apollo, where did you get this? From the safe in Inga's room. Apollo. If this is Queen Amara, it had to have been taken at least 23 years ago. But that's just not possible. Yeah, it says the same thing. Wait. 1 second. How old are you? 25. Here's why this photo couldn't be 23 years old.
Take that!
Take a look at the law book. It has the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it, but that mark didn't exist until after you started your revolutionary activities, Dirk. You could just reuse it. So this photo must have been taken after Garan came into power. And that didn't happen until after Amara was assassinated. So then, how could Amara even be in this photo? Wait a second. That would mean that Amara is still alive. Looks like you found me out, son. Wait, so it's actually true? Oh my god. Dirk, what do you mean Amara is still alive? I thought she'd been assassinated. So did I. But it seems she made it out alive, only to be held captive by the Garan regime. Why would they do that? When I fled from the law and went underground 23 years ago, I heard some shocking news from the Defiant Dragon spy. There were rumors of Queen Amara being sighted in the palace. And those rumors turned out to be true. Yes, I snuck into the palace to see for myself. She was confined within the grounds, but otherwise she was fit as a fiddle. So then, the sarcophagus in the tomb is empty. Yes, the entire tomb is one big charade. Garan had it built to stage Amara's death. So only Apollo's dad died, Lamau, yeah. Lamau, bro. So we're not going to be cursed by her vengeful spirit? That's a relief. Let's go open it! She was being held under virtual house arrest, so I freed her and we made a run for it. This photo was taken back then. Look at how they're both grinning from ear to ear. Fuck Apollo's dad, Capcom, yeah. Fuck Job Joseph. There's a fingerprint on the middle part here. I guess Dirk must have left it by accident. Mr. Sadmahi, I want to hear all about how you ran away with Queen Amara. Where is she now? I'm surprised Amara agreed to run away with you. I mean, Garan must have told her that you tried to kill her, or tried to convince her that I wasn't the one who set the blaze. And she believed you? She said, and I quote, "I shall accompany you so I may ascertain the truth myself." She always was a tough one to read. I bet she was thrilled you came to her rescue, Mr. Sadmahi. To be set free by your beloved. It's like something out of a fairy tale. Yeah, well. So it's so funny Apollo can't have shit. His friend's dead, dad dead. He got exploded. Yup. Apollo can't have shit. Yeah, well. There was no happily ever after once Garan's people caught up with us. They took Amara away to who knows where. I snuck back into the palace and searched high and low for her, but to no avail. They probably moved her to some remote mountain prison. Oh yeah, she's probably up there. Dirk, does Nayuta know about this? He knows. She's his true mother. I told him as much. Wait, is that why Nayuta is following Garan's orders? Most likely. So then do you think that deep down, he doesn't really want to prosecute you? Well, he's not one to show his feelings, and lately I've had no idea what he's thinking. Apollo, we need to grill the queen about Amara when we have a chance. I was wondering about something. The little baby and the lady's holding. Is that Prosecutor Sadmahi? Not necessarily. It could just as well be me. After all, we're only 1 year apart. I don't know. I mean, the kid in the picture is too cute to be you. Let's settle this by asking Dirk himself. Hell, Phoenix spent a whole game fucking around while bullshit happened. Yup. Who the baby? Dirk, about the cute little kid. It's Rafa. It's Rafa. It's Rafa. Is that me? What are you talking about? See, I told you it was Prosecutor Sadmahi. Oh, I see. Well, either way, it's not you, son. So then, if it's Nayuta, it was taken when he was about 1 year old, right? And that would mean you ran away with Amara around 22 or 23 years ago. You're pretty good with numbers, son. Impressive. Huh? What kind of answer is that? When's photo updated? Before you go, son, there is something else I need to tell you. Something important. Athena running her mouth like she has loving parents. Are you an orphan? Yeah, she's an orphan. Did we ever talk about Athena's dad? Was that ever something that they brought up at the last game? I don't remember. A lot of that ending case was kind of boring. What is it, Dirk? I've never seen you act so serious before. Something importante. So what's this something important you have to tell me? I don't think her dad came up, okay? That's in the next game. Athena's dad. Listen, son, even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow. Where's Phoenix's parents, actually? Can we take a break? What about his family? Where's his mom and dad? Manage to prove me innocent tomorrow. I don't have long to live. Huh? What are you talking about? What I mean is I can already hear the Twilight Realm calling my name. There's no escaping death now that it is sights on me. What? Is this another one of your jokes? I wish it was. You can't fool me, Dirk. Hmm? That's strange. Why isn't my bracelet reacting? Oh no, he has cancer. Dragon cancer. Brother became my father for 3 and never brings up his parents. You know, he'd never tell anyone unless forced to. Crazy, bro. He's like, I keep everything to my chest, even my family. Mom, who's that? Dad, who's that? I just came into being. I am, God is my father, and he just made me. Are you sick? It's something like that. So you're not joking. I'm afraid not, son. Sorry. Isn't there a cure? Or at least some sort of treatment? Unfortunately not. Not for what I've done. Well, there's gotta get him the cocoon thing. The cocoon from Borginia. The Borginian cocoon that cures all illnesses and diseases. We know that there's a cure for this. It was established in Apollo Justice. If you need some kind of surgery, I'll work hard until I can pay for it. So, please. He's got dumb bitch disease. It's too late. There's nothing more to be done now. But you always say, a dragon never yields, so why are you giving up now? Apollo, I'm sorry. I really am. I don't understand. Why is this happening, Dirk? Why? Listen, Apollo. I've got a favor to ask of you. Would you keep quiet about this? I don't want my fellow dragons to find out. They'd lose all hope if they knew I was dying. Would you do that for me? Of course. Why is this happening now? Just when I was finally starting to feel like you really are mine. I thought that this time we'd finally, but now... Damn it. Why? Apollo. Listen, son, I don't have much longer to live, but I'll never let them execute me, not before I finish what I need to. I know, Dirk. There's no way I'm going to let them prove you guilty. Before he goes, I'm going to turn back time by righting the wrongs that have been done. I'm going to restore Dirk's freedom. And return a real smile to Nayuta's face. I'm going to win this case. I just have to. Son, I have one more big secret. What? There's something else you've been hiding? I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'll be betraying a certain someone if I did. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Forgive me, you'll just have to find out for yourself. That's the only way. I don't understand, Dirk. Apollo, in the court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth no matter what it comes out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son, after all. Dirk, what is he talking about? Wait, he's not going to reveal that he is actually the killer, is he? Looks like we've run out of things to discuss. Apollo, are you okay? I'm fine. Dirk might be the top 5 worst dads. He's a terrible father. At least Edward had 2 sets of fathers and a boyfriend in investigations, yeah. Free him now! Release Dirk! What's going on out there? Sounds like the party's getting started without me. Huh? It's
coming from the temple. Let's go, Apollo, and take a look.
He's a pretty shitty dad. Like, legitimately, the awful papa. May 18th. Temple. Temple. Oh, you can hear that. Oh, how far close are these? Whoa, what is all this? Fire. Oh my god, anime! Oh, there's dads.
Ow, ow, ow! Let go, will ya? What are they?
There's like one rebel.
Well, look at that. The people are coming to take their courts back.
Don't hold back, men! Arrest them all!
Is it possibly worse than Von Karma? I don't know. Von Karma was at least there. I guess that's a benefit to Von Karma. Dirk belongs to the people. Give him back. Yeah, why are you holding him? Quiet down, you. They have my big sister too, but she didn't do anything wrong. Ouch, ouch, stop pulling my hair. Release my son, release him now. Ah, stop that, no biting. Why are they in the water? This is really something. And it looks like Dats and Miss Inmi are leading the charge. You unenlightened fools, do you honestly think this will change anything? Beauty, why do you keep serving that witch Garam? It's... Hey, Nayuta. You again. What's going on here? It would appear that the insurgents are fanning the flames of rebellion. But I never thought it would grow so large. However, they will all be under arrest shortly. Reinforcements are almost here. They'll be arrested just for protesting. They are aiding and abetting a criminal by seeking his release. Her Eminence, Queen Garan, has ordered they be arrested and judged en masse. But weren't you once a member of the Defiant Dragons too? How can you go along with this? I am simply following the orders that Her Eminence has handed down. No, it can't be as simple as that. Listen, Nayuta, there's something I want to talk to you about. Hey, you're not getting away this time. We need to talk. I see there's no reasoning with you. Very well then. Speak. Nayuta, do you really have to serve as prosecutor on Dirk's case? I mean, prosecuting your own flesh and blood, it's just not right. Again with this drivel. Your ethical standards are not a be-all, end-all of the world around you. I'm not getting into another debate with him. Nayuta, did you know that Dirk is sick? What? He apparently doesn't have that much longer to live. If found guilty, he probably wouldn't even make it until his execution day. What are you talking about? Knowing this, are you still prepared to send him, an already dying man, to his grave? Well? Enough with the Zen monk act, Nayuta. Tell me how you really feel. Mr. Justice, each person is born with a role to fulfill, and I must fulfill mine. Well, I'm not convinced that taking Dirk to trial is part of your lot in life. As for why you've been at Garon's every beck and call, I think I might have an answer. Nayuta, you know the truth about your mother, don't you? About how the former queen is still alive and being held somewhere. So Dirk told you, did he? Yes, it's true. My mother was spirited away to some remote corner of this kingdom to keep her safe from harm. Safe from harm? But Dirk said the Garan regime was holding her captive. No, they are keeping her safe. So you don't know where Amara is being held? I only know that it's some secluded hideaway where visitors are not allowed. I have heard she leads a simple life, akin to that of a monastic disciples. She's Nana, isn't she? So it sounds like she's being held captive to me. Listen, Nayuta. Aren't you really doing the queen's bidding? Because she's holding Amara captive. And this whole thing with Dirk. You know he didn't really kill Inga, don't you? Dirk doesn't have much longer to live, so I want to help him however I can. This time, it's our turn.
You could have been killed, but you risked your life to save us. Why?
What a silly question. What father wouldn't risk his life to save his own children? Nayuta Apollo, don't you ever hesitate to call when you need me. Understand? It's our turn to help Dirk however we can. I want to get to the trial. I'm hungry.
What you speak of is futile. Let it go and move on. The guilty verdict, the hopelessness, you must resign yourself to it all.
Hi! What a screaming guy.
Clinging to false hope now will only serve to magnify your future despair. So let it go and move on.
Why are you wet, Felix? Why are you wet? Nagisa, are you really gonna just roll over on this?
I've no more time for idle chatter. I must prepare for tomorrow's trial. Now, if you'll excuse me. Apollo, I sense a whirlpool of emotions coming from within Prosecutor Sadmahi just now, which means we're gonna have to give him a therapy session next time we're in court. Anger, shock, bewilderment, and an icy sorrow as deep and dark as an abyss.
Yes, I picked up on that too. Looks like Dirk really won't be the only one who will need my help tomorrow. I think it's about time to pay Queen Garan another visit and ask her about her sister Amara. Oh my god. Okay, I think we're gonna call it here. It's been 3.5 hours. I'm very hungry, and I thought when we were in the thing with Dirk, he was gonna be like, "Oh yes, to the trial tomorrow," but it just keeps going. It just keeps going. Oh my god, I don't know how far we are into this. I was hoping that we could get to the beginning of the trial and stop, but I am getting a little tired of speaking. So we will call it here. But I will be back sometime during the week to hopefully finish this. I don't know if that'll be successful or not. Yeah, I will probably have a schedule up sometime tonight for the next week's streams. They'll all be an hour later than they normally are, probably. There might be some late night streams, who knows. But yeah, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna eat, stretch, and all that stuff. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out for the endish of Spirit of Justice. I hope we can finish it very, very soon. But anyways, bye-bye!